morning, lovely people. It is Thursday, the 11th of May. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by you guys, the culture. So we're just going to go ahead and introduce ourselves.
Good morning, people. It's got to dig my use. I'm going to go to the toilet now. Didn't get a chance.
And they call me man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, and of course the melanin is jam-packed.
And as always, I am your favorite shade queen, my royalty.
Did we do it in the wrong order?
No, because I like the way Mark does it when I'm not here.
Okay, cool.
He goes last.
Right.
Quite noble of him. He's the main character. So I like the way he does it when, because obviously he talks first. It's just nice.
All right.
But I clocked it. I don't do it that way usually because I don't go first. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Mark goes first. It's like a little break, then I go again.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm taking notes. The evil killie. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, can't complain.
That's good.
Can't complain. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. All right,
Yeah.
thank you. Just minding my business and waiting for the summer to hit.
Okay. You preparing for the summer, yeah?
I'm outside this summer.
Okay.
I am outside. I have a challenge where I'm not going to say no to anything within reason. I don't cut.
As in advances, or are you talking about events?
Oh, I'm definitely saying no to advances. Excuse me. This ain't a charity case. No, like more in like, do you want to do this? Like motives.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to go here? Yes. Do you want to go there? Yes. Yes. I want to be outside.
What's inspired this
Yes, no.
new what are you thinking?
Of wanting to be outside. I don't know actually. I'm just never really outside. But I have a feeling it's gonna be a really good summer. And I really want to enjoy it. Oh, Devin. Sorry, y'all, just some technical difficulties. Not working.
Yeah, can you try that one, please?
Who did you have in here that was breaking your mics yesterday?
Testing? Working?
Wait a minute.
What podcast have we got to bill?
I was going to blame no behavior, but it's not
Were
there.
they there? No, they weren't. What day was it yesterday? Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah, it ain't who we think it is. But yes, I want to be. I feel like I'm not really. I'm such a introvert and just don't really like going out that much. Because I talk about brunches, people think I'm social. I'm really not a sociable person.
I was going to say that to you. I was going to say, but you're a frequent brunch goer.
All right, frequent. I'm really not, because the brunches I go for, I thought I do love a brunch. I will say that, but I don't go to as many brunches as it may appear.
Okay.
I mean, 10 is not a lot if you think of how many days there are in summer.
10 is a lot,
Yeah, no. If you do the maths of how many weekends there are in summer, and I go to like a mere 10.
That's all the weekends. 2.5 months.
No. I don't go to that many brunches, but I just wanna have fun. I just have a really good feeling that it's gonna be a really good summer,
Amen.
and I want to be outside for it. And I have a feeling this might be like my last biggest free summer like that.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, the spirit's talking. But,
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm outside this summer, so invite me to things. Well. Because that's the thing with me, I will be like, I want to do this. I was meant to go to Shits and Gigs live show yesterday. And I did a lot to get them tickets. I didn't go. This is what I do. I make plans, and then I'll be like, oh, I can't be bothered. But this time I think when the sun comes out properly, I'm gonna fight it, and in winter I'm gonna be. Whew.
So what once summer's done, how do you want to feel? What's the end goal?
I just want to feel like I've had a good summer.
Yeah.
I've had a good summer. Like, I just feel good. Cause I feel good with myself, like in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
So I just want that to continue on.
Yeah.
So by the end of the summer, I'll be like, this was a very good summer.
Are you hoping to find a man at the end of it?
I don't care regardless.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So the opposite sex has no stake in your
No weight.
no weight in your plans of being outside.
No, I don't, because I don't want to meet a guy that, say I meet a guy at the top of the summer, I would be outside, can I now? Now I'm indoors.
No, I mean
Lovey-dovey.
by the end of it, not at the start, but Might meet someone in between.
I could actually. Yeah, that would be alright.
Yeah.
But if I don't, it wouldn't be like, I failed someone because of that. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I feel like, if it happens, then it does. If it doesn't, it was a lit summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it going to be like a, what do they call it? Hot girl summer?
It's always a hot girl summer with me.
Okay.
But no, I've already told you guys I define it differently.
Okay.
But yeah, it'd be a hot girl summer. It'd be like cute dates and all that kind of stuff. Like I feel like men do come into it, play into it a bit. And in terms of like going to nice dates and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's about it.
I think men come into it a bit more than you're letting on.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
If you went out to a day party and you didn't get approached by a man, how would you feel?
Yeah, you can approach me.
No, I'm saying how would you feel if you didn't?
Oh, I wouldn't feel away.
You feel away?
No.
Okay. I feel like go.
They're gone.
Go.
There you go.
Where you go?
I never feel like if I go out and I don't get approached by a guy,
Yeah.
that doesn't make it a failed. Like I don't clock that. Do you know what I mean? I'm more worried about damn when I get home I got to take my makeup off, have a shower, get into bed. Like that's more my mind because there's a lot of guys that approach me, not in an arrogant way or anything, but the success rate for men that approach me is real low for them.
Because
I'm just not interested.
in the type of men that approach you.
In the type, and I think also in like the effort. Like as much as I'm such a lover girl, but I always say that I don't care enough. So sometimes it is a nice guy and everything.
Yeah.
Like he's good looking, he's attractive or whatever, but I don't care enough. Do you know what I mean?
Care enough for...
To have a conversation, to do anything.
Okay.
So that's why I always say that with the guys I've dated, when I think about the guys I've dated that I've actually really liked, the guys that I approached. Because again, I like them. So I cared enough to approach them and to make something happen. Do you get what I mean? Or like I positioned myself where this then became a thing. But I can't really think of guys that have been the ones to move. I probably shouldn't be saying this.
I think you probably
You never
don't...
know, you might change your...
I think you don't get approached by men that you find attractive.
I do, you know.
Because for the success rate of men that approach you to be extremely low compared to you approaching them, to me that speaks to you're just not getting approached by men that you actually like.
But I don't approach many men like that either, though.
Many men.
So annoying. But do you know what I mean? But I don't approach many men like that as well. So there's guys that I see that I'm like, oh, I like how he looks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just because I do it doesn't mean I'm going to approach them. I just don't. I think it's just the key. I just don't care enough, and that's a problem. I need to get to the bottom of that with my therapist.
Could it be? This might be a silly analogy, but could it be like kind of like eating, where it's like, you could be at home, and someone's feeding you. You got a chef. They're giving you food like 10 times a day, but you only eat 1 or 2 meals. But every time you get up to go and make a meal, you eat every meal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you. Obviously, I would end up with that. I'm not married to them or anything, but I ain't never moved to a guy that didn't like me back. Do you get what I mean?
There you go.
So, but I just think with me, I just honestly don't care enough. I'm lazy when it comes to dating and stuff. If I like you, you see my commitment, like I'm very present there. But if it's something in my spirit that speaks to me about whether I should pursue this person or not. Do you get what I mean? And if that thing in me doesn't light up, I just don't care enough.
So the men you approach, are they like sure things?
Sure things. What does sure things mean? What does that mean?
Like you see, you might have a boxer
Okay.
who picks opponents that he feels like he's gonna beat.
No,
You know
these
what
are. They said I'm picking men that are like mediocre. I'm picking mediocre men because I know that I'm definitely gonna get I'm definitely gonna get a good success rate. Basically, no, I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
My type ranges.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. So when you approach these guys,
This has become a.
I just want to see how much. Is it more like a, just to spark the conversation, or is it like you leading it from the beginning and you get the number at the end?
The guys I approach.
Yeah. How does it work if a woman's approaching? Like that? Because sometimes I guess a woman may just approach to start the convo and then let him take over and then he gets her number. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I've had that before.
Okay.
Where I would approach, we'll have a conversation, but I would let you know that I'm feeling you.
Okay.
And then you would then take the lead.
Okay.
But I've also had situations where I've said, here's my number.
Okay.
You can message me later. And I've also had a situation of, what's your number? I'll message you later.
Okay.
Yeah. I always say to women, like, you have to, I think it's so important to, like, obviously for women and men, but go after people that you like, not people that like you. I'm not flattered by a guy liking me. Like, I have to like you too. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's where, because it's like, I've seen a conversation, I can't remember what it was that sparked it, but was I listening? I think it was, no, I was listening to something. It was a podcast I was listening to. And there's this thing where when you meet a quote unquote good guy that has everything, but then you're saying to people like, there's something, I'm just not interested. And then like, you almost have to kind of lie to people because they don't understand why, but you're saying he's good. Do you get what I mean? Like, I've had that before where on paper, he ticked all the boxes and everything. But there was just something in my spirit that just wasn't taken to him. And when I told my mom, when I told my sisters, when I told my friends, everyone was cussing me. They were like, really? Like, you're really going to pass up on this? Do you know what I mean? So I'm very pro guys that I like. If I like a guy, I would approach him. And obviously, he would like me back and whatever. But I'd rather do that than just settle because a guy likes me. Because sometimes you like me, thank you, but I don't like you.
But what do you think? A lot of girls settle for guys that like them and...
Yeah.
What? Really?
A lot of women do. A lot of women...
Why?
They're not with men that they would want to be with.
What variables contribute to a woman not liking a man back but still being with him?
Societal pressures. Age. Age is the big, Age.
Yeah, but that's more talking to a niche group of women as opposed to like...
No, age... No, but age can be... No, but age can be my age too, though. Like,
Serious?
Yes.
You're young though, man.
That's the thing, though. I was raised... In my mind, I was going to be married by now. In my mind, this year was going to be my 3rd year anniversary. Thank God it isn't.
For the anniversary of...
Marriage.
Oh, okay.
Because we were like raised with like... Gina said it as well, where it's like, oh, when you're 25, you're settling down, you're getting married. But the thing is, men weren't raised to want to settle down at 25. Do you get me? Because even like people that have been together for years, I remember Don't Jealous Me and his wife Yemi, Tolu and Yemi, they've got a podcast, YT podcast, proper sick podcast. And they always talk about, they were together for like 10 plus years before they then got married. And he was like, he remembers they were together and she'd be like, you better be, getting ready. And he's like, big man, it's 23 to calm down. But again, that's because of how women have been raised. But a lot of women, so age isn't just when they're old. Obviously, when you're older, I don't want to say desperation, but the need to settle down is more intense than, I guess, a girl my age who's like still under 30. But age definitely plays a part for a lot of women. Even 21-year-olds, if you speak to them, there is that pressure of age because of how it is that I guess we've been raised and see marriage is like the ultimate goal. And then when you get married, it's like, okay, when you're having kids, like that's then the next goal you have got to tick off. But a lot of women, more women are not with men that they would really want to be with. They're with men who's like, do you know what, he ticks the boxes and blah, blah, blah. And that's why I think when it comes to women cheating, that's where it comes into it. Because the women who cheat tend to cheat with the guys that they would rather be with than the husband. And it's not to do with like him being a bad boy or anything like that. It's just, that's my type that I'm cheating with. But because you're a great guy, you provide. Like, I told you guys I watch a lot of that divorce court. And the women that do cheat, that's the story. Like, so why are you with him? Well, he provides for the family. He's a good father. He's a good husband. He's a good partner. Is this your cheating?
What kind of age bracket would you summarize this as? As in, once a woman hits
I think 25.
X age, 20, you think 25?
I think 25.
Is when women start settling.
Settling.
Think. Yeah, let me
Not
because
no. Sorry, I stopped my sentence short. That's why.
Because you know what it is though, a lot of even sometimes when you speak to younger girls, like girls like 18 and 19, some of them are settling because again, I don't understand what it is. I feel like with women's mindset, it's like when you have a man, you're so happy and pleased that you have this man. Like, women forget there's other guys out there. If this doesn't work out, there's other men out there you could work out with. And it's weird because like, it's just weird because they're young and then like, they're saying, oh, he did this. He was never really there. He cheated on me from like the very first month. We've been together since we're like 14. And now you're 25, but he's never given you peace of mind. But you're still there. I think there's really something, I don't know. I think also the conversations about there's not many good men left, makes a lot of women feel like this is the best. You have the grass is not green outside. I'm willing to take that risk, boy.
There's a different thing we're talking about now. The women that you just mentioned just now, young ones that are settling, you use the word settling with guys that are bad for them.
Yeah.
And they weather it.
Yeah.
until a certain age, and then they come to their senses, right?
Oh, I didn't say they come to their senses.
Forget about coming to their senses. But the guys that they're chilling with, they're bad men. They're not good men. The initial question was about settling for a good guy that is not wavy.
Oh, I didn't
and
know
then
that.
you cheat on that good guy with the one that you're not supposed to be with.
No, I thought you meant men in general.
Wavy enough.
I thought you meant men in general. Because even a lot of quote-unquote good men still do things that
girls are not settling at a young age.
I think they are, you know.
No. They're making bad decisions at a young age.
I don't think it's that, though.
This is
because again, I don't think it's just down to bad decisions, because they're not. There's better out there, but they're not wanting to go for better.
That's a different conversation.
It's not, because that comes under settling.
No, I hear that, but we're talking about two different types of settling here.
Okay.
Right? A settling that you shouldn't be doing, right? And there's one that you
doing out of desperation.
100%.
Okay, but both are still settling though. So I think I'm confused. I'm just putting everything under settling because there's a form of settling.
No, but one is
in
wicked.
Both scenarios.
One is wicked because you mentioned that whilst it is that you're settled with the good guy, you've then gone to cheat on this good guy, this security
with
guy,
your type.
with your type.
Yeah,
that's the wickedness, right? But then what you then talked about was just girls making bad decisions, and their brains not clocked in, and because they're not attracted to the good guys, and they will continue to do that.
The first scenario, who's continuing to do what? The first scenario goes, or the second scenario goes?
The young girls that you said were quote unquote settling.
Yeah, but it's not that they're not clocking on to good guys. It's just that they think this is the best it's ever going to be. And that's a form of settling.
No.
But the thing is, those young girls who are 25, 26, whatever, they're out. They parties every weekend, brunch and whatever.
City girl living.
City girl living, right? And they're with men who are not good for them. They like those men though. If those men are doing them dirty in the process, that's another conversation. But they actually like those men. Yeah?
They do,
and they want to be with them regardless. And
they just want them to be good.
And they're going, they're going through the relationship drama, whatever.
Yeah.
To potentially get to a good end point, right?
Yeah.
The women who are a bit older, who are settling for men they don't like because they can provide in other areas, money, stability, children, marriage. That's a different conversation. I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do we go from here?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where we're going from here.
No, basically, this is what I was going to ask you. Do you feel like at like 25, people are thinking about settling, or they're actually settling?
Some people are settling. It's difficult because I can't generalize in general. And I do say that because everything I'm talking about here doesn't apply to all women.
Qualify which settling you're now talking about. No, the question he just asked, please qualify which settling you're talking about. Because you just ascertained.
Okay, this is not to do with bad decisions. This is women who are not with men.
Okay.
This is single women. Yeah? Is that what we're talking about now?
Thank you.
Yeah, single women. I think, because there's something about that age of 25. But then obviously, the older you get, then you start clocking. When I'm 30, I'm living life different as a woman now. When I'm 40, I'm living life. When I'm 50 now, I've clocked womanhood. Do you get what I mean? But when you're 25, you don't know that. You don't know that there is more to clock with womanhood. Do you get what I mean? So I do think there are 25-year-olds who will settle.
So this 25-year-old who's settling, she's selecting a good guy who provides security but doesn't give her the juice, the electricity. Is that what you're saying?
She's just with a guy.
That what? That
it's a guy.
Give her what are the other things that she's not getting that she is
her settling? No, but her settling is not this. The settling of women a lot of times is not to do with the guy. It's to do with society, and at this age you should have already done this. So when a 25-year-old is wanting to be with a guy, it's not because I've got different kinds of guys lined up, but this guy's going to give me security and whatever. It's that I'm 25, I should be thinking about marriage now. And so this is who's come to my front door. There might be more to it come to your front door, but it's that, and none of them may be it, but it's like, you know what? Who's the best out of the bunch? Because again, I've got to get married.
Oh, so you're saying she shouldn't be looking to get married at 25?
No.
All right. So
That's
when
what I'm
you say
saying,
settling, it means she's just accepting that she needs to have, she needs to move on to the second stage of her life.
Yes,
as
but
opposed to focus on her career.
No, but that's the thing though. That's how a lot of women are raised in certain cultures. is that you need, this is now, when you're 25, this is when now you're meant to be settling down.
Settling down. Okay.
As in like settling down with a man.
Now,
get married.
This is different. When you say settling
Bloody
down,
hell.
no. Listen, please. I'm getting confused. Maybe you're articulating it properly. I'm just basically misunderstanding what you're saying.
Okay.
When you said settling before, I thought that you were choosing an option that wasn't good for you, and you can do better. When you say settling down, I now hear, you are now looking to prioritize a family as opposed to career development. Do you understand? That's a little down added onto that. It's now confused me.
Okay, no, you are right in being confused, because at one point when I was talking about the older women, they are more settling, but then it also goes into settling down, I guess.
Yeah, no, but settling down is just the act of wanting to start a family, get married, whatever.
You're
talking about settling for a partner that you don't like. That's how the conference started.
Yeah. And I think a lot of women do that. A lot of women are with men that they don't. If they could do things differently, that wouldn't be who they're with. That they would wait the game. But I think society, that the pressure of you should have settled down by a certain age and whatever, makes women not want to leave that partner, because you don't know. Especially when you got single friends and when you're going on social media, you're hearing all these conversations about there's not many men out there, and you're seeing a hella single people. You're thinking, do you know what? I'm not about to trade this in, because what if I never get another one come back? So what's the way to take that risk?
The pressure of settling down makes you settle.
Yes.
Both settles intertwines.
That's fine.
And in that settling, I'm still thinking that the men that they choose are still not men they're supposed to be choosing at that young age.
Definitely not.
I don't think they're choosing the security guys. The 25-year-olds.
Some women are,
25-year-olds.
Some, depending on the culture. Because when I watch, because obviously I watch a lot of like American, again, marriage relationship shows, they settle down very early. Like, I'm shocked. When people come on there, they're like, I've got 4 kids, They say the age is 23. I've been with him since I was 9.
Oh, is this America?
That's what I'm saying. So again, no, but the question you asked me depends on the culture.
Yeah, let's talk about British culture.
Can I ask, first I'm in there, because I'll never forget, when I was in uni, there was this girl who like was looking for marriage type thing, innit? Not like looking for it right then, but was thinking, when I come out of uni, the next thing, like Esther and Gina pretty much say, is to basically get married.
Yeah, even because we're told we're going to find our husband in uni. I was shocked.
There you go.
When I didn't.
So that was her approach.
Yeah.
So like, basically one of my friends was her friend, innit? So her friend was basically telling me this is how she kind of sees life, innit?
Yeah.
And basically it's like one of those situations where the next guy, not to be disrespectful, but the next eligible guy, right, that she finds somewhat attractive, whatever, that talks to her is someone that she's thinking, okay, cool, yeah, it could work here. If it doesn't work with him, next guy, it works here.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say, sometimes you may not get that electricity at the beginning, right? I think anyway, obviously I'm kind of speaking for women here, so you guys have to correct me. But I feel like women are very good at making it work with certain type of guys, if that makes sense. I don't want to say any guy, but they can, a lot of the time, if their mind is on, I want to get married, then the guy that's there, I can make it work. I can love him. I can do this.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because I think there is that conversation about you also grow to love people.
Yeah.
So you might not necessarily have loved them in like week 1 or whatever, but by year 3, they're the wind beneath your wings now.
Mark's just sent me a message. He says, just read it verbatim.
Do you say you can read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are these the meaty girls you're talking about, or the ones with options?
Are these the... First of all, you should be in here explaining... Don't ask me questions. Don't ask me remote questions. First of all, I don't understand the question.
What's the question? Are the meaty girls what?
Are we talking about meaty girls or the ones with options?
Oh, okay.
Because I'm guessing he's saying that the ones with options
Won't behave like that.
Yeah.
Won't behave like what?
Yeah. So girls who have little options, are they the ones you're referring to in regards to the ones who are settling? Or is it the ones who, have a lot of options?
But that's the thing though, because you can have a lot of options, but what are the options? What's the quality of the options?
Well, they vary from high to low. But if you have limited options, then the propensity for you to settle is higher because you've only got a pool of 2 to pick from.
I don't think so, You
don't think so? What?
Like, I don't think that the lesser options you have, the more likely is to...
You don't think so?
Settle.
Really?
No, that graph is not graphing for me.
So if I went to the car dealership and I only had two options, I only had two cars to pick from.
Yeah, cars is different to men.
No, but I'm just
'Cause
using an analogy in terms of just having options in whatever capacity in
Yeah,
life.
but
Right?
if you do it like objectify like objects, then obviously that's different. But when it comes to people, there's so many variables that I don't necessarily think.
There's a lot of variables with cars, you know.
Yusuf.
Tell me no variables.
Heat seat.
There's a hell of variables with cars.
And this is why the women are settling.
You got to think about ULEZ nowadays. Diesel, petrol, miles on the clock. I mean, maintenance, all that stuff.
It's true.
It's true, bro. But no, what I mean is, right, see in life, if you have, the more options you have, then I guess the harder it is to pick, the harder it is to settle, right? Yeah. But the less options you have, it's easier to, and sometimes the propensity is to just pick something because you know what, I ain't gonna get no better. There's no other options here. I might as well just take anything I can get.
Yeah, I guess numerically you got less to work out than someone who would have. Say a woman has 5, you have 2. You got less headache of trying to dial it down and figure out who you're gonna choose and stuff like that. But it's an interesting conversation, obviously, because it's like different cultures and stuff like, and even like different cultures even within the British culture, like even within the same family, same tribe, the way I was raised will be different to how someone else was raised, and so the way like they will see marriage will be different to how I see it and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I always say more women need to be with men that they actually like and not men that like them. I've seen a lot of women grow to love or grow to like the men they're with. Yes, it works out eventually, but I feel like if they had the chance to pick differently, they would have picked differently. Or they still, some of them, as much as they can love their partner, would still pick differently.
Do you think women settle more than men? Do you think men do the same thing?
I think men settle as well. But I think with men as well, I think with men's one is more to do with age and stage of their life that they're in. More like, I'm older now. Obviously, women, we think I'm 30. And that's the thing, women, like, obviously, when you're 30, your eggs and whatever. But with men, it's like, I've worked, I can afford this, I can do that. Do you know what? I want a life companion. And I think that with men, I don't think men... I also don't believe a lot of men are with the women that they would really want to be with. I think they're with practical women. They're with women that... Or sometimes... they're practical women. Or sometimes women that are available right now to achieve a goal right now that I have. Do you know what I mean?
I believe in the first example you gave more than the second in terms of the practical. Because I've seen it, to be fair. I've seen men who I've known my whole life for a long period of life, and I have seen the type of women that they've dated, they've pursued, whatever, and sometimes the woman that they actually get married to or settle down with doesn't match the woman that they've been with or I've seen them with for the past God knows how many years. So I see it. I don't think I see it with women as more so, but definitely with men. Yeah.
I think women don't admit it as much. I feel like there's this like obviously when you're with someone now, because women get locked in like very intensely. Do you get what I mean? Once that's their man, like I was saying, I don't care much for men. I don't care to get to know. I don't care enough. But when I do like somebody, I care a lot. Do you get what I mean? I think women can be like that quite intense with their love. So not many women would actually admit that if I could do things differently, I would have. Sometimes it's after the fact. Say it's broken down now, then it's like, do you know what? He was the wrong option. I always knew that. My wedding day, I felt this. It's very interesting. But I feel like with men settle. I think human beings settle. It depends on the person you're speaking to, but I think with men it is more to do with like age and stage of their life. And
I don't think settling is even bad. It depends on the degree of settling.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily bad.
Yeah, I don't think settles is bad because
you have to be practical sometimes.
You ain't gonna find the perfect partner.
This is it.
I mean, so there might be some things about your partner you have to settle. Yeah. You know what? I like this, I don't like this, but I'll just, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think settling is a bad thing.
Compromise.
Yeah, and I think it's also being practical and I guess in a way, some men do it, it's like what's available to you. Yeah,
but I think settling, like you described before, and cheating is an extreme form of settling because that means you know what I mean? You're not invested in your partner at all because you're cheating. I mean, but if you're in love and you're just taking the rough with the smooth, then that's just, to me, normal. I mean.
It's interesting though. The whole, even people like settling and then cheating stuff. Because some people you can't actually be the person you wish you could be with for different factors. So everyone or any person that you end up with after that, they're not who you wanted. But again, the person you wanted or what you wanted is not available to you. So now you got to make lemonade out of lemons. But unfortunately, that lemon becomes available while you were drinking lemonade. It's a bit of that lemon. Because there's those as well. It's so, like, when you talk to people about relationships, and I think that's one thing I like about talking to a lot of people, is that people are at different stages of their lives. And I get to really find out so many different scenarios I never would have ever thought about. And it's so interesting to me. Like, it's just so, and obviously with things I watch as well, it's so interesting. Like, there was a lady I was watching, and it's like a 27 years age gap between them. And and then she's like complaining. The woman's older, and the guy was younger. And she's complaining that he's childish. And his dad wasn't caught, like, he was 21 when you married him.
That's crazy.
And it's mad, like, and there was this other woman who was talking about, like, she wanted to divorce her husband because he's a drunk. But she met him when he was a drunk. And I was just like, what is the thought process here? It's very interesting. Like, relationships are so interesting.
Yeah, but sometimes you hope someone changes, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's stupid.
So if you meet someone with a negative trait, you hope that they change that trait. Either for themselves or for you or in the process of the relationship. And if that person, like, you know what, I like you enough to tolerate this for now, but I'm in this and hoping that you change. If the person doesn't change, I always hated the fact that you were alcoholic, but I was putting up with it because I was hoping that things would change. But now I see they ain't changing, and now I'm out.
It's so silly to me, though.
Do you think that person has a right to then say, but you should just like me for who I am?
Yeah, no, the person
you met me like this. You met me this way.
No, the drunk person has a right to say, well, this is who I was then, this is who I am now. Yeah. I didn't say I was going to change. So, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It's interesting, man.
Even with the, on the other side of it, you can change what your preferences are and your, I mean, and even in regards to settling, like, you could change throughout the course of your life what you deem appropriate for yourself.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
So sometimes it's not even settling. Sometimes you've just changed your, your desires, your wants, your needs, your tastes. Something you may want from a man at 25 might change at 32.
That is very true.
So you haven't settled. You've just changed your perspective. And
that's why I'm always glad I never got married when I was younger or anything like that. Because I know that how I am today, obviously I know that I've evolved the way I have because I've been living single and not having to raise a family or anything like that. But but there are a lot of women who, when they get married young and stuff, they get to a certain age and now they're no longer who they were. And sometimes if your partner is also not evolving alongside you, now they're holding you to who you used to be. And it's like, but I'm not that woman anymore. Like, I've grown, I understand this now and this and that and stuff. And then now that's an issue because now if you do stay in this situation, now you're settling because it's, you're restricted in your growth. God help us. God help everybody. Last.
God help us all.
Maybe not chop breakfast anymore. But yeah.
All right.
Let's get into the headlines.
All right, so our first headline. The government has ditched its plans for thousands of EU-era laws to expire automatically at the end of the year. The plan, which was dubbed the post-Brexit bonfire, would see laws that were copied over to the UK after Brexit vanish, unless specifically kept or replaced. Critics of the bill had voiced concern that it could lead to important legislation falling away by accident, but the climb down is likely to trigger anger from Brexit-backing Tory MPs and members of the House of Lords. The Business Secretary, Kemi Badenoch, said that the cut-off point would be replaced with a list of 600 laws that the government wants to replace by the end of the year. In a statement, she said that the change would be made through an amendment when the retained EU law bill returns to Parliament next week. The UK incorporated thousands of EU laws into UK law to minimise disruption to businesses when the UK officially left the EU in 2020, with an ongoing audit by civil servants having identified 4,800 so far. But since September of 2021, it has been reviewing this body of legislation to identify opportunities to give British firms an edge over European competitors. the retained EU law bill, which began its journey through Parliament during Liz Truss's premiership, would have introduced a 31st of December cut-off date for most of these laws to expire, unless ministers replaced or decided to retain them. And the next headline, I'm not too sure what you guys are going to make of this, but Piers Morgan has come out and said that he's not aware of phone hacking taking place while he was the editor of the Daily Mirror. A High Court case against its owners, the Mirror Group newspaper, MGN, brought by Prince Harry and several other high-profile figures, began on Wednesday. Lawyers argue that executives at the publisher knew about the widespread phone hacking, but they failed to act. Speaking before the trial, Mr. Morgan said, "I've never hacked a phone. I've never told anybody to hack a phone." The long-awaited case involves allegations that the publisher of the Mirror illegally gathered information about the Duke of Sussex and a number of other celebrities to generate stories. Mr. Morgan has always denied any knowledge of phone hacking or illegal activity at the Daily Mirror when he was editor. He also added, it shouldn't have been happening, and said it was a lazy journalist being lazy. He said there was no evidence that he knew anything about it. Asked in the interview whether it stretched credulity that as a hands-on editor, he didn't know what was going on. Mr. Morgan said, "I didn't, so I don't care whether it stretches people's credulity or not." And that's it for the headlines.
What do you think?
I think he knew. Even the way he's asked, kind of answering, I feel like he knew or suspected something. 100%. But yeah,
It's been a long time, innit?
Huh?
It's been a long time. Why are they now doing this?
No idea. I think Harry wants more money, man.
Harry hasn't
Princess.
ex-prince, Harry?
Yeah.
Serious?
I
He
think
just wants to collect some pee.
might as well. It's not working. Nah, joking. I mean, like, to be fair, all these guys need to get their compensation for this nonsense. So they have no right to be doing that, man. But yeah, that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into topic of the day.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day, is somewhat, I guess you can somewhat see it as a continuation of yesterday's topic about AI potentially taking our jobs, right? But now this is not the case of AI doing it. This is other human beings doing it, but from a slightly different angle. But I want to see what you guys think of this, right? Firstly, I want to say RIP to Terrence Hardiman. He's the guy that played the Demon Headmaster. You remember that show back in the day?
Demon Headmaster?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
But Brent, if you click the first link, you see it. But basically, I think he passed away yesterday or something, at the age of 86, since we're talking about acting and stuff.
Really old.
Yeah. Like, if you see him, you know who he is. And secondly, basically, this is inspired by, have you heard of the show called Heartland?
He said, I would know who this is.
Huh? Yeah.
Like a Star Wars character.
I don't know who he is.
It's like Spark.
Oh, is it? He's bare famous, man. Yusuf knows.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah.
I've been awkward if Yusuf didn't know.
I knew what. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that man.
No.
You can walk past me.
I'm having vague flashbacks of the show he was on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a face I haven't seen for God knows how long.
Exactly. Yeah. But yes, have you heard of a show called Heartland on Netflix?
Kind of looks like a paedophile.
Okay, right.
The
The man
DJ.
is dead.
Oh, what, Tim?
Oh, Westwood.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Well, when Westwood gets older. Then
What?
again-
Gets older than.
Oh,
Younger,
he's
you mean?
bare old. You think?
Okay, it's I don't care about dead people, but he's dead. What's the question?
Yeah. All right. So basically, this guy, right, Aidan Marino, he believes.
The guy that died.
Sorry, no. I was just saying that because we're talking about acting. That's
Oh.
yeah. Nothing to do with him. So,
Okay.
So, Aidan Marino, he's basically an actor on the show on Netflix called Heartland, right? And he's come out and he basically said straight actors should step aside and let the gay and trans community represent themselves. So that's basically where I want us to kind of start.
Okay.
Yeah. So he says he's an actor who plays the first LGBTQ plus character on that particular show, right? And he says he doesn't think it's authentic, these are his words, yeah, for a show to have a straight individual playing a gay role. Yeah. He explained that he understands that when you've got a big lead actor who takes on a gay role, it can bring awareness to the LGBT community and all that type of stuff, yeah. But authenticity-wise, and also just in terms of representation, he feels the straight actors should kind of step aside. What do you guys think?
Is this assuming that gay actors are being turned down for roles for straight actors?
I'm not too.
Because if for example, let's just say there's not a big pool of gay actors auditioning for a particular movie in which they want a gay actor, then you got to hire a straight one to play a gay role, right? Or if your movie is centered around a big star, but the role is a gay, the role is to be it's a gay role. Sorry, I'm not gonna hire a unknown gay actor to replace George Clooney or Ben Affleck just because they're not gay. It doesn't make any sense because this is about business.
Yeah,
I'm selling a movie here. I'm not selling you or whatever. I'm selling this star, Will Smith, Denzel, whoever.
Yeah,
They're basically saying that they're taking our jobs.
exactly. This is why I was talking about the AI thing from yesterday.
Yeah, but I feel like with that, it's more about, like you were saying, it's more about who's qualified to do it. Because I've seen straight roles done by gay men.
Yeah.
And the same way, they've been gay roles, they've been done by straight men. I think it's more about your skill, your talent.
Yeah.
Is that I don't think like you're necessarily going to get, if they're auditioning for a black woman, wrong example. I just thought of what's called white chicks. But you know what I mean? Like, say the roles for like a Nigerian, a Nigerian black woman. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
And I go and audition for it. Say I was an actress. I go and audition for it. I didn't get it. But then there's a Ghanaian girl who, or African American, there's nothing about Nigeria, but she portrayed it well. Like
skill comes into play. So just say there was an open audition.
Yeah.
And you actually seeked out gay actors, and they were all terrible. What then? I'm not gonna hire you just because you're gay, but you're not a good actor.
Yeah.
But this straight actor, he's a good actor, and he's willing to play a gay role. So I'm gonna hire the good actor as opposed to the bad actor, and let the good actor play a gay role.
Yeah, I totally agree. But he may argue that, wait a minute, are you trying to say there are not enough good gay actors? When, for example, myself, but don't clip me. I mean,
that will be taking it too far.
Yeah,
I can't do anything with that clip.
All right, good. But this guy now, he
I can, but I'm not supposed to be doing anything with that clip.
All right.
Yeah. I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
Feminist.
But that guy, he may say, wait a minute. Yes, I've got this role now, but I was still a great actor for the past 10 years. And I was auditioning for gay roles. And no one gave me the chance.
Yeah,
Everyone thinks they're great, man.
but who's telling you you're great though?
Exactly.
Have you just declared this that yourself or?
Trust me, if you're out here talking to yourself in the mirror and doing self-affirmations in the morning, my friend said down, we're all trying to be great. No, great is subjective. You might think you're great and you're perfect for something, but you might not be. And that's okay. You just weren't it for that. And that is okay, hun.
Okay, so you feel generally, right? Obviously, I don't want to put words in you guys' mouths, right? But generally, it shouldn't matter about the minority thing. It should be whoever's best for this particular role should get it.
Yeah. It was kind of the same thing we were talking about when I said about Lorenz Tate talking about the British guys getting American roles. And I was like, I'm not hating on it.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening. If the British guys are putting on a good American accent, are doing what they need to do, it just is that way. And if the American guys are in British films or in Top Boy now and they put on a great British accent and is believable, I feel like it's about skill, talent. It's about all of that stuff.
It's about skill and talent, but the only time I draw a line is when it comes to race.
Yeah, you can't.
So don't hire a white actor and put them in blackface because you feel like the white actor is a better actor than the black actor. Just force the black actor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think don't put and the same way don't put a black person in a white face.
even vice versa.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
there are, you know what I mean?
You can search high and low enough.
And plus, that happens anyway. That goes without saying. Because there are better actors who are, white or black, whatever. You ain't gonna just cast them because they're and put them in black. That doesn't happen. But I'm just saying. It's like, what have I seen that before?
White chicks. No. When Black App.
Tropic Thunder? No, Tropic Thunder.
And that's about the Michael Jackson thing.
With
Michael Jackson is black. What are you talking about?
When they had Flex Washington.
Yeah,
but you can't have a white man playing Michael Jackson.
I think you could have.
How?
I would have preferred that.
I think a black man in prosthetics or whatever is a better depiction of Michael Jackson than John.
He has just white foundation on his face.
Yeah, but think about that though. Yeah,
I would have a white guy.
Yeah, but why wouldn't we accept a white guy?
Because Michael Jackson's black.
No. We know that inside. Yeah. But in terms of,
Why do you keep looking at me like I'm saying something crazy? Michael Jackson's a black man.
I'm paying attention.
Isn't he a black man?
I'm paying attention.
Alright, go on.
Yusuf,
All right,
pay attention.
I want us to come back to this,
Yeah.
But it's linked to this next question.
Yeah.
When you said earlier, right,
Yeah.
you draw the line at race.
Yeah.
Why is it? Why do you draw the line at race?
Because if you don't draw the line at race, what are you doing then? You're putting, for example, white actors in blackface then.
Okay.
Or you just change the role and make the role a white man.
Okay.
As opposed to, like, Hollywood doesn't force race like, okay, cool, I want a black role for this character, no matter who plays it, and we're going to put you in prosthetics. They'll just change that actual character to a white man or a black man or Chinese, whatever, right?
Yeah. So, okay, so what if...
Sorry, no, you're gone.
What if, yeah... okay, so is your issue kind of with the blackface process as well? Like, you don't like that somebody, a white guy, for example, goes into blackface?
Or vice versa. Because,
or vice versa.
And plus, either way, and it looks stupid.
This is what I'm getting at. So now back to the Michael Jackson
Yeah.
thing, yeah. Later in life,
Yeah.
he obviously didn't look like us anymore. He looked closer to Tom Jones and them guys, right? So
I don't think so, you know.
You don't think so?
No, because remember, Michael Jackson's white presenting face
wasn't
the same as a George Clooney or Ben Affleck. It was very pale skin, ghoulish kind of face.
He was just cosplaying
So
a white man.
even if you picked a white man, you still have to put makeup on him.
But it's less. You may just put like grey. But for us...
And plus, but you'll forget... you guys get what I mean? Like, even Flex, for example, right? I don't feel like they done anything to his nose. I think they gave him a cleft chin, the little dimple thing, right? But for the most part, his actual facial structure looked like Michael Jackson.
But was that
a little bit?
Was that kind of like a bit more earlier, more so like the Thriller Bad Times? Because later on, remember, Michael really, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was looking... You're right, he wasn't looking like a white man, but he was closer, I feel like, to white people.
And plus, Michael Jackson has a black soul, man. He's a black soul, so a black
You
man.
said you can't cast that.
A black man has to play Michael Jackson because he has the energy, the ethos, you know what I mean? The chi within. A white man can't channel Michael Jackson's energy. From where? We're talking about Gary, Indiana, bro. We're not talking about Bermondsey. A white man can't channel the energy of Michael Jackson. I don't know why you're looking at that, Esther.
I just think this is funny. This is so funny to me. It's just funny.
What were you going to say?
Because I feel like you could... I think I would understand if there was a different race playing... Say like it was like a white person playing Michael Jackson or like a white woman playing Whitney Houston. Yeah. Because you're paying homage, is that the word?
Yeah, homage, yeah.
Yeah, if you're paying homage to like the person, I wouldn't be so mad at that. But I think for me, it's when you're doing whiteface. If you ever have to do... I feel like if you ever have to do whiteface or blackface, then that's different.
Like, see, look at that. He looks like Michael Jackson. Obviously, that was before
That's what I'm saying.
the whiteface. See, look at that. I'm not gonna lie.
That looks crazy.
That looks like Mike.
It does look like Michael.
Brandon Malone.
Nope.
It
looks like Michael Jackson.
It does look like Michael Jackson, and I hate that for me.
You think so?
It does.
Yeah, it does.
I'm seeing Michael Jackson right there.
Personally, I think Flex was picked because he looks a bit like Michael Jackson.
Not in real life.
Yeah, not without being made up.
Yeah.
But being made up, he looks a bit like Mike still. So imagine that same makeup on a white man.
Yeah, but he would have... I feel like if the white man just showed up... If they got a white man and let Michael Jackson, same facial features, I would have believed it was Michael Jackson.
No, don't get me wrong. If you find a white man who looks like Michael Jackson, fair enough.
Yeah. Because the guy who goes around Hollywood doing
Just
the
about to say
parties,
that.
yeah.
All them guys who do those
Impressions and stuff.
impersonations,
Yeah.
all them guys, that do Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
None of them are black.
Mixed
Yes,
race.
they are.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
mixed
Some of them are Latino.
There's a Janelle has a best friend that is very famous for doing that same thing. He's a millionaire now.
Serious?
Yeah. He goes on cruises and all.
Okay, wait. Let's specify. Like, what era of Michael Jackson though?
I thought you meant specify who's Janelle.
Because you know what I'm saying, like Thriller Off the Wall, that's fine. But you know, Butterfly and you know what I'm saying, later on in life, it's
But
a bit
I'm
different.
not. I don't know what you just said. I don't follow Michael Jackson. I don't know what did he look like? I don't know.
History.
Yeah.
No, so what are you trying to tell him the?
I'm trying to understand
timeline.
his thing because he said, "Is it before this?" Or I didn't.
Oh,
follow him.
You don't understand. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I just mean like you know when it was early in like before
Yeah.
the vitiligo. And all
So
that.
bad onwards.
Yeah.
is when he was more
White and that.
white.
White plane.
So that
Yeah.
guy that you're talking about, Brent,
Yes.
does he play the white version of Michael Jackson?
He plays both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when it is that he has to basically do the white one, then he puts on the makeup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's I think he's bleached his skin also.
He's
To
what?
make the transition even
bleached his
easier.
skin?
Bleach his skin.
Wow.
Yeah. He's proper. He even got his nose done and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a proper entertainer.
Wow. I guess he's serious. But most of these guys that you see that tend to do it are kind of like Mexican, Latino.
Yeah, that's what I've
You
seen.
know what I'm saying? Or yeah. So, all right. So, let's just say though that this guy has a point. Yeah. Let me read more of what he says. He says, it's the same with any minority. Same with any minority. It's all well and good having diversity, but if it's a straight white man at the top making those decisions and writing the script, it's still coming through from a straight white man's lens. We have to try and make sure every level, for whatever group we are representing, we have to make sure at every level, for whatever group we are representing, they're involved, so that whether it's a gay actor playing the role, I still think there needs to be as much involved as possible. I don't know why he's speaking like this. But anyway, otherwise you're playing a stereotype and it won't be authentic, which I think in this day and age, it needs to be. So if there was a situation where we're still saying, you know what, based on just merit, how skilled you are as an actor, you should get the role.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there should still be a place for that particular minority group in the entire thing, if that makes sense?
I hear what you're saying. But you know what it is for me? There's a lot of gays in Hollywood, right? And I don't see any reason why gays will be discriminated against in Hollywood when it's kind of, I'm not going to say it's run by gay people, but it's heavy there, innit? So in the end, for, you know, I would feel like gay people would have an advantage in Hollywood. I wouldn't feel like they're at a disadvantage. So I wouldn't think that a qualified, skilled gay actor will be turned down for a role and given to a straight actor unless this actor comes with cachet, star power, and box office appeal, right?
Yeah.
So, do we know? Are there any gay actors of note that we can?
They're bare
Reference?
that play straight people, innit?
Yeah, that's true.
Well.
Okay.
That's true.
They play well.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of them don't even want to be typecasted like that.
Yeah, I think that's true too. I don't feel like, okay, I'm a gay man, so I should always play a gay role. I don't believe they want to be typecasted as that. I feel like I feel more so it's the other side, where straight men would prefer to play a straight role. You know what I mean? Even someone just fits the, like, if you look at Drew, Drew's straight in real life, but he's really leaning into that role.
Cameron from Modern Family. He's the biggest shocker for me.
Who's that?
From Modern Family, Cameron. He plays
The big guy.
The big guy.
I don't know what the family is. What's Modern Family?
So why are you asked as if you know what Modern Family is? Say, who's that? Not what's that?
Modern Family, is that a British show?
No, it's American.
Oh.
It's like different generations of family. It's proper
Okay.
6 shows. It's proper 6 show.
Okay.
But he plays a gay guy. He's in a couple, right?
Yeah.
A gay couple.
Yeah.
But if we're going to go about stereotypes, he's gayer than the other guy who's actually gay in real life.
Okay.
But he's straight in real life.
Yeah.
He's actually straight in real life.
I heard that's the same. What's that show? Will and Grace.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, Will and Grace.
Yeah, I heard the gay guy isn't gay, but the gay.
Will.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Yeah. I
No,
think I heard that one too.
the more gay one. Not Will, the other guy.
Wow.
It's a slip of the slip.
What's the next question? But yeah, people do that. There's gay guys who play straight guys, there's straight guys who play gay guys. I personally think it's just down to talent in school. Obviously, I can't speak to the politics that might go on there. I bet there is, and the prejudice and all that kind of stuff. So I would never dismiss it. But I would assume that as a producer of a show or a creator of a film or whatever, I'm looking more at talent than anything else.
Yeah, same.
Or maybe they're not. Maybe there's politics within Hollywood.
But
I mean, there is, but
also,
maybe.
if I was a director or producer and I wanted a gay actor for a gay role, I would prioritize finding an actual gay actor because I would believe you would play a gay person better than a straight person because you are actually gay.
Exactly. An experience.
So my priority would be finding a gay actor. If I couldn't, then I'll cast someone who was straight. But I would deem or believe that it's a casting director's objective to find a gay actor first. No?
Yeah.
Do you think though? I feel like they just put out for the role.
Yeah, but when you're applying and stuff, you may.
Yeah, like, do you believe a gay actor could sell being gay more? Because
Not necessarily know if you're shit.
Because you might have a straight actor.
We can't hear
You're
you.
gonna need
sir.
your mic, babes.
Will you sit down first, please? Thank you, because this was for you.
And this is right up your street
When
too.
you get into your bag.
Up my street, you know. Up my street. Wow.
No, what I'm saying is, I think a gay man could sell a gay role better than a straight man. Because you might have a straight man who is playing a role, maybe somewhat reluctantly. He's not fully immersed in the role, as opposed to like sex scenes, kissing. He might be a bit apprehensive.
That's what I was going to talk about.
That's true.
The beautiful Michael Scofield. He's gay in real life.
Well, he played gay
I didn't know that.
in the show.
I have no
He
idea.
didn't.
He did.
Did he?
He was
Yeah,
married
yeah,
to
yeah.
Sarah.
Did he?
He started off in prison, right?
But that doesn't mean you're gay.
I'm just saying, this is.
going on here?
Follow me. He started in prison,
Yeah.
and he showed you how to get in and out of tiny spaces.
Get the hell out of here, bro.
Yeah. Make it land. Please land.
I finished.
What? That don't make no sense. What are you on about? Because you got
If you
tiny
want-
spaces.
No, wait, you're
Am
not.
I missing something? Am I
If
missing
you want
something?
That was meant to be an innuendo.
There's other
Innuendo,
ways.
sorry.
Thing. Nah, stop.
I finished.
Stop.
There's other ways to terminate contracts without doing this.
No,
I'll tell you that.
That didn't make no sense. I was waiting for it to make sense.
I'm the
It didn't make no-
biggest advocate, so I'm allowed to.
He is such a beautiful man.
Okay, so he's getting real life. Anyway, look, my thing is this. So he played a straight guy in
Prison Break.
He did.
Yeah. So
He just didn't clock on.
I didn't know he was gay. I didn't.
How can we turn
he
your
was-
mic
he
off?
was-
Also, you have to put the camera on Rich when he's talking, no?
Is it on? Oh,
My thing is this. Yeah,
Madness.
he was a good actor regardless. But I didn't know he was gay. That's not going to take anything away from his acting skills. But I see what you're saying. That you would assume that a gay person would play a gay role better, but that's not necessarily how it works.
Yeah, no, that's not necessarily how it works for true. I'm just maybe I'm more talking to being believable in maybe sex scenes or those type of scenes.
Yeah,
But that's the thing though. But I don't know. I feel like I would hire for the. If I was me, I'll be hiring for the role, because you might be someone who is gay and has sex in your real life.
Yeah.
But then when the cameras are on, you shy all of a sudden.
All
I
of
mean-
that counts. All of that matters.
I hear you.
but
Let-
the gay role doesn't
Gosh.
mean you're gonna have sex or have sex scenes.
Yeah, I don't have to mean that, but I'm saying if there is those type
Yeah.
of scenes.
So
There might
when
be.
when are you gonna start opening up your
Why you
your skill set?
Why?
and be a
What, you're
proper
pointing
actor?
at me, yeah?
Yes, 'cause the camera's on you right now.
The camera can't see you pointing.
You
but
don't
please
have to have sex scenes. Do you
I'm not,
understand?
okay.
You don't have to have sex scenes.
I hear that,
You
but
just
the
have
whole
a relationship.
no, I hear that, but they might. Then what happens if they want you to kiss a guy?
No, you don't have to.
No.
I
He's
know
saying
that,
a
I
role
know
that hasn't got that stuff.
Yeah, because
in it.
I've seen whole straight movies where the people are kissing. They're just
Yeah.
acting.
No, Will
I
Smith
heard
as
that.
well.
Yeah, man.
That
So
role.
why can't
Yeah.
you basically
I
start?
hear you. No, but that Will
applying for
Smith
these
thing,
roles?
supposedly,
Can you listen to what I'm saying?
he didn't want to do.
Nah, there's a reason why. There's a reason.
No, there's
Take the hint.
that Will Smith thing. He was basically saying that he didn't do it and he regrets not doing it because what they done is they made the screen so they put
Yeah.
the guys together to make it look like they were kissing, but he's saying that
He regrets
didn't.
not kissing the guy.
Yeah,
In real life.
as in that,
No, as in that in
within
the film.
yeah, he regrets
So
not.
he regrets the camera play and he should have lips the guy.
Did it?
Yeah, that's crazy, but
Or is
that's,
that
that's what he
is
was
that
saying.
like the new Will Smith though? Or
This is
that-
what he said recently.
Listen,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
that's
denying.
right.
Will
Yeah,
Smith
this is
been
what
the
he
same
said.
Will
This-
Smith since Fresh Prince, bruv.
No, we're talking about before the slap. You're talking about post slap. We're talking
No,
about.
like
Yeah, no, that was one of his first movies. What's it called?
Yeah, no. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like he's saying he regrets it recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't say that back then. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
like it's before the slap. You know, like
okay,
there's
yeah. But
there's
still
that-
the
Which
weird
is interesting though.
Will Smith.
No, it's been the same one. It's the same Will Smith. But you know what? What's weird though is that obviously back then attitudes were different.
Yeah.
So I guess doing something like that back then,
Different.
you would have like, yeah, I feel like it would typecast you, or might even get you. It would restrict certain opportunities you could get. Because back then the stigma and stuff was mad.
I don't think so. In terms of like being typecast, I think Will probably was afraid of backlash from the hip hop community.
Oh yeah, okay.
because he was still doing hip hop.
Yeah.
At one point. But then look at the guy that played the Falcon. I forgot his name.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, and he in is it Black Mirror? Was it Mirror? What's that show?
Oh, yeah, it's Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. Yeah, and
The episode with the two black.
yeah,
I haven't seen it, but
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shout out to him, but I just...
Why, what was the
Actually,
thing?
someone's got a
Because
good point.
that, basically, yeah, the way I got told is that when you watch Black Mirror, it's going to make you like look at video games differently again in terms of like Street Fighter and such and yeah, they basically like they're playing in a virtual world, and he's playing one character and his guy is playing another character, and like I don't know, you're not gonna watch it, are you?
No.
Okay, cool. So he's playing one character, another guy's playing another character in a virtual world, and they end up just getting together in this virtual world.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
And then like they end up like proper just snog it out, kissing, etc. And then they do it they take it away from the virtual.
And then do it in real life.
Yeah.
I saw one of them had a girlfriend at the time as well. They both had girlfriends.
Yeah, they both had. I think one had a wife, one had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Type thing, and it's like, okay,
You're
cool.
walking on your man lips in the video games.
It's wild.
Rich, I can see you being like Uma in The Wire.
Who?
100%.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you.
Black men doing gay roles in films to be uncomfortable, but I'm up in the Bible.
What's that?
Do you know what someone said though?
What?
I was reading that comment. You know the point about hiring that you would assume that a gay person would be better? Someone in the comments said about when Idris Elba's daughter didn't get the role of playing his daughter. That makes sense because he's an actor daughter.
Yeah, because she's probably not a good
he's an actor
actress.
daughter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that's what it comes down to as well, though.
Yeah.
So you're gay,
You have to
but
have that
might be great.
list. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a je ne sais quoi.
I mean, yeah, I get why black people don't want to do certain roles. They can't live it down where they're from, such and such and such.
Yeah.
Plus, as well, if that's not like religion or what you believe in,
Yeah, there's different factors.
just what I'm saying. So,
Yeah, that's a regressive mindset.
in terms of religion and what you believe in,
No, are you religious?
I'm not religious, but
Alright,
I
cool,
believe
so-
in God. I believe in God. There's, we've had this conversation about this guy smiling. The camera can't see him smiling, but he's smiling.
No, but
I believe in God, but please continue.
believing in God, that doesn't mean that you don't think do you think homosexuality is wrong?
I think I'm not sure God's gonna be happy with anyone that's homosexual.
Or is it?
I don't
But as
know.
someone who
I
doesn't
don't-
believe
I
in
don't-
a specific religion, where would you have got
but
that from?
I was raised a Christian, so
Oh,
I've
there
seen
you
how
go.
but I believe in God. So
You find it
just-
interesting that you don't practice the religion, but you still want to keep this part of it.
What do you mean?
No, but that's the point I'm making. because
I pray every day. I pray before I go to bed. I pray when I get up at night. I meditate before I came here. Cold showers, hoodoo,
Do
whatever.
you think God will be happy with your life? And how you live in your life?
I think I'd be happy with my life now as opposed to how it was back then.
All right.
So, and it could always be worse. So I have to be grateful,
Yeah, you could be
gratitude.
gay, right?
Say again?
Okay.
You could be gay, right?
What did you say? Gratitude is the best attitude, but please continue.
100%. I want to throw the initial question to you.
Yeah.
And basically, it's based on this guy by the name of Ada Marino. Yeah, he's a star in this show on Netflix called Heartland. And basically, he's saying, I think straight actors should step aside for
gay
gay
actors.
and trans actors if they're playing gay trans roles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
You want authenticity.
exactly.
And I agree with that. 100%. That the only bit I don't agree with is when I hear Americans say that British guys shouldn't play American people.
But why?
Because it's an accent at the end of the day. What and but again, a point of me understands the whole authenticity part. But then again, we're sparing that. It's coming down to an accent. If you could do the accent, then what's the problem? As opposed to actually someone that is gay or trans, they're living that life every day. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, but like the African American experience, to some degree, is a bit different to our experience.
100%.
So that means that person has to get an accent, but also kind of try and put themselves in that position.
Yeah, but but then you have to, then that comes down to like background work and doing your homework. I think Idris Elba, like even when he went into an audition for The Wire, he was pretending
to be American.
Even off camera,
yeah.
the agent said to him like, "Don't tell him
Yeah.
you're British. Don't
serious?
tell him you're English, X, Y, Z." And then I think that to a point where he would go into barbers just to hear the accent properly.
Yeah.
Just what I'm saying. So that's him doing his own background work. And as an actor, you have to do that. If you do the homework, then you're right on set.
Yeah.
As opposed to just willy-nilly turning up and...
And even with Damson Idris, he told a story where he had to be with John Singleton for 24 hours in Inglewood or whether it was Crenshaw or whatever, as Franklin
Yeah.
for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like, don't break character, keep the accent on, act that way for the whole 24 hours.
All of that helps. Every little bit helps. So,
Yeah.
you know, I get the authenticity part, but it's an accent. And if you can do the background work along with the areas of being surrounded by the people, then fair enough. But being gay and straight, you're living that life every day. That's you every day. So I get why someone would want to...
Silo was gay. It's gay, sorry. And Magneto. And
Magneto, yeah.
And this guy.
What, you mean in real life?
Magneto.
Yeah.
I heard about Magneto in real life, but I don't know about Silo.
He's bending metal and that.
What did the
I
rings?
said bending, relax, bro. What's the matter with this guy?
Silo.
Bending metals, you know. I don't
Heroes
know,
was
man.
dope, by the way.
Who?
Yeah, it was, but the
Heroes.
ending.
Heroes.
Yeah. They were meant to bring it back, but then I don't know, man. Production and whatever. It's a shame. But
Oh, Sheldon as well, yeah?
who?
Sheldon.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
Jim Parsons.
obvious.
There's
I
loads.
don't think so, you
I thought
know?
him in Big
Oh,
Bang.
serious? You just show you
Yeah.
He's gay in real life.
There's loads of gay actors. You just wouldn't know.
So then, should
Yeah.
we
Shelley.
apply the same thing and say gay actors step aside for straight actors, or is there no need? Is this like
No, I
a
don't
Black
think that
Lives
needs-
Matter thing?
Yeah. I
Because
think it comes down
straight
to
for one oppressed.
skill,
Okay.
You have to.
a lot of other
Please
variables.
continue, please.
No, I think there's a lot of if you're a casting director, there's a lot of different variables you know what I mean? There's a lot of tick boxes.
The thing is as well, yeah. Some casting directors, not even casting directors,
Yeah.
some producers or writers have an actor in mind
Yeah,
when they're writing
for the role, yeah,
So whether or
for
not that person is gay or not,
Yeah.
they have a actor in mind.
An actor in
It's
mind,
like,
yeah, for the role.
Yeah, so, and then if that doesn't work, then they start thinking about, okay, cool, who can we get in casting directors that, you know, tell me someone for this role, X, Y, Z. So
Yeah.
you have to keep that in mind as well, let alone, you know, about authenticity. Sometimes that just goes out the window. Like, there's certain, I can't remember, who is it? I'm trying to think of one of them films back in the day where, for example, I think it was Friday and it was... Martin Lawrence was meant to be the role of...
On Friday.
Yeah, he was meant to do the role of someone, but then he didn't want to do it because of he
was
asking
it-
for too much money.
Was it Ezel's role?
I can't even remember. It was one of them. It was what Martin Lawrence was meant to do it, and he didn't do it because of asking for too much money. And then so I'm assuming that the writer at the time or the producer at the time was thinking of Martin Lawrence because he was got blowing up in them times.
Yeah.
So it gets like that. It's life, man.
So do you feel like when it comes to other roles though, like for example, you were talking about the accent thing, you can learn the accent, cool. But the experience is a bit different, right? To some degree. Obviously you gotta do your research and your homework.
Yeah.
Right? But like obviously I'm assuming you wouldn't necessarily apply that to like Denzel being Frank Lucas. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm assuming Denzel wasn't no drug dealer, right? But
No.
still was able
But
to...
I've heard of actors going to spend time with real life criminals or people that have had real life events, and they just want to see what they're like and be around them so they can pick up their mannerisms and stuff like that. I swear Jamie Foxx done something similar.
What with Ray?
Yeah, and someone else. It might have been Will Smith. It might have been Will Smith of was it
With,
Ali?
Ali.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily have to be a criminal kind of thing, but real life events where stuff has happened to people and actors will go spend time with them just to see what they can pick up, because all that stuff is important, especially for big roles like that.
Yeah.
Method acting.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So
Are you good at that?
I don't know where we're going with this.
No. This is not connected to
No.
homosexuality. I'm just saying that you're a method actor.
Am I a method actor?
Yeah.
I wouldn't describe myself as a method actor. No, I would just describe myself as... I don't think I've done enough stuff to say I don't like this, I don't like this, I am this, or I am that. If that makes sense. So
Would you?
So what's the opposite of a method actor?
just a normal...
Just someone who only goes for roles that fit their whatever, their characteristics, their past, their present.
I mean, we wouldn't...
So for example, you might only go for hood roles because you're a hood nigga.
Yeah, but then you might get tapped. This is the problem as well, man. That you might want to do different things and then you end up getting typecast. There's a guy, I I'm trying to remember his name.
No, that's what I mean, though. Is method acting just the art of, you know?
No, as in that method acting is that you're in, for example, you know when they were saying about Franklin being Franklin for 24 hours?
Yeah.
Like you're submerged in
that
this
character.
In this role.
Okay.
Like even down to, what's that rock star, man?
I think the opposite is classical acting,
Okay.
which is I think the actor puts
it's like
their
theatre
interpretation
and all
into
that.
it.
Okay.
Like, that's why a lot of actors over here are classed as classical because they assume that they've gone through theatre and stuff like that.
Okay.
Where that's not necessarily the case. But again, with the accent, people just assume that you're classically trained.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So that happens for us. You can get typecast, and sometimes it works for you, sometimes it don't. Like there's this Mexican guy I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of.
but I'm trying to find him right now.
You know who I'm on about, and he's been like the same name.
He plays the same guy
everything
in every
I've
movie.
seen, and it's works. But for someone else, they're gonna
Wife-
say no. Like I want to do something different.
Wife beater, chinos,
Yeah, just what I'm saying.
low rider.
The guy that has the
Yeah, that guy.
yeah, that guy.
Every single, and
Movie.
I saw it the other day. There was a list.
Yeah,
There was about
yeah.
10 to 15 different things,
Characters,
and
same
you have
thing.
to take your hat off. Just what I'm saying. You know what? Sometimes typecasting might work for some people. It's not going to work for other people. And this is the problem. Just like everyone's route is different. Like some people
Danny
get
Trejo.
That's the one.
that.
Trejo.
To be fair, that isn't who I'm thinking about.
Oh, is it?
No, that's not what I'm thinking about.
No, this guy. No, that's not.
I thought that's what-
the
I
guy
thought
on the
that's
top
what-
left. The guy on the top left. That's who you're thinking
Yeah,
about.
that's him.
Yeah, him.
He's in every movie as the same guy.
And even the same name. there was about 5 films he had the same name. Do you know what I mean?
He's
And
the definition of typecast.
hats off to him, but it's worked though for him. He's
Yeah, it
not
worked for him,
gonna,
yeah.
Just what I'm saying. I don't know if he's gonna complain. We don't know. We don't know him like that. But it's for me that's worked. But for other people, it'll be like, no, I can't keep being the security guard, or being the bouncer, or being the. Just what I'm saying. So look.
Yeah.
Hector.
Is that his name in all the movies?
No, not all of them, but like someone. I think someone was making a meme the other day, and they put like his name.
He always plays essay, man.
But it works though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it works.
But it's not going to work for everyone because then again, how much time can you have the same film doing the same thing?
Well, I'm
the
Hobbs.
Hoodman. How much Britain? How much British films have we seen where it's like they look generally the same? Tell me a British film that's not different from another, especially like one from the hood.
What do you mean? In terms of an actor who's playing the same
No,
role
not
in the
even just an
movies?
actor, just like a general hood film.
Yeah.
That is like different from all the other hood films.
Oh, another hood? I don't know. Because that one was more comedic, that's why.
Yeah, just what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
then all the others, you'll say.
Yeah, I get you.
So that's again the actors make the film and the producers and directors, blah blah blah. But again, it's gonna work for some people. It's not gonna work for others.
Yeah.
Do you feel like right now, say 10 directors came to you with scripts, and was like, yo, Rich, who wants to be in this film? Do you feel like there'll be certain roles that you would say that you feel more confident, not comfortable, more confident doing about other roles?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Sorry, say that again.
Brent's forcing this Omar thing.
I know. Relax. I didn't. Omar even have a beard. The sweat of you. I don't understand. Anyhow, yeah, I feel like I can be pretty versatile, whether or not it's comedy, action, dramatic, drama. Yeah, I feel like you have to dip your toes in a few different pools to see what works and what sticks, type of thing, as opposed to like you just trying to do one thing and that one thing is not working anyway. So yeah, confidence is key anyway.
Do you have?
You're telling me this is not rich. If you're telling me this is not rich,
No, not rich.
I will.
Do you
Shout out to him though. He was a good actor.
see as an actor? Do you have to have like a monologue, like on tap?
Sometimes, my go-to monologue was, do you remember?
Just do it.
I mean, we could.
No,
we can
no,
carry
because I
that.
haven't done it in so long. My
Do
go-to.
another one.
No, my go-to monologue was what's that film? The Psycho guy. Was it Psycho? No, not Psycho. What's that film with
American Psycho? No.
American Psycho? That's
Yeah.
it. When he's doing the morning routine.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So that was my go-to monologue at one point. But yeah, it's not everyone has a go-to monologue, so it doesn't.
Okay.
It's not like that for everyone. Like I remember seeing, what's the guy from Harry Potter? Oh, Daniel
Daniel
Yeah, I
Radcliffe.
remember seeing him on that BBC One show. I forgot his name, man. And anyhow, he done one of those monologues, but it was one of them hard monologues that you can tell that he's been doing this for a while. Like it sounded like something from an encyclopedia or something. It was wild, but yeah, it's different for everyone. You know.
I'm gonna ask you like 3 questions. Yeah, these may be very dumb questions, isn't it? But I'm not an actor, so I don't know. Right?
Please.
Number 1, yeah. How easy is it for you to cry on camera?
Okay.
Number 2, how easy or difficult is it to memorize your entire script?
Yeah.
And number 3, do you think Nicolas Cage is a good actor?
That was.
I don't diss Nicolas Cage.
Why? Are you a big fan?
I don't. Nicolas Cage is not a bad actor.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Are
But
we
why are you asking
forgetting
about
Gone
that?
in 60
No,
seconds?
I just. put it
Oh,
out
just
there.
a personal thing.
Are we forgetting Gone in 60 seconds? Or are you saying that was a bad film?
No, but he's done like 2 or 3 good ones. Isn't
What's the other one? The one in the airplane.
Snakes? Snakes on plane?
No, Nicolas
No,
Cage
that's
wasn't
the
Snakes
summer-
on a
that's
plane. It's gonna come back to me. Aircon. We
Okay.
forgetting aircon.
Brad, do me a favor, please.
You lot
I
are
beg- after
rude,
this,
you
I beg
know.
I beg you Google Nicolas
You lot are
Cage
rude.
as
I can't believe what's-
Superman. And put that picture up for me.
Oh no, that looked crazy. I know what you're on about when they said he might have played.
No, he was meant to
Superman.
play him.
Yeah.
And that picture was actually from their...
Yeah, when they take, yeah. No, I get, that happens though. That happens to pure actors. Like they say, the guy from Supernatural was gonna play Green Lantern.
I am so happy this movie didn't happen.
What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't judge his career off this picture. This picture is wild.
No, we're not judging off the picture. I'm just saying.
This picture is wild.
I'm just glad that movie didn't go ahead. But apparently he's gonna make a cameo in the new Flash movie as Superman.
That is mad.
Yeah.
Because different alternate universe.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. But but even down to remember, they got what's called coming out and what's his name? The old school Batman. in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So that looks good.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that looks.
No,
that-
the Flash trailer looks dope.
Yeah, I wanna see it. Hopefully it's
I wanna see that
actually
still.
hopefully it's a good film. Yeah, back to my point. So I answered them. I like Nicolas Cage. I don't know about the rest of you people. You guys are rude. I don't know what's going on there. I like Nicolas Cage.
The chat is divided on that.
I don't have any. I don't have any thoughts on Nicolas. I never thought to myself he's a good actor before.
You just saw that picture where you just
No, you're assuming that I've I don't like it because of that picture. I'm just saying that picture. I don't like it. But Nicolas Cage is cool.
like it. So like that shit at all. I've never had to cry on camera yet, but I have shed a tear when I didn't need to in real life. So when I didn't need to, which is key.
You should have tear.
When
In
I
a row
didn't
when you
need,
didn't need
yeah,
to.
when I say again.
Say it again. You should
I
have tear. when you didn't need to.
shed a tear in
Yeah.
real life when I didn't need to.
You mean real life?
to make to go along with the story.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So it's I believe it's doable. Plus,
What was that scene cut? Did they say cut?
bro, it weren't.
No, it's not like
he's not
me
listening to
talking.
you.
It's like
He's not
yeah.
listening. It's like he's going over his head.
No,
or
he's
something.
asking you. Have
I
you
know
ever
what he's
cried on
asking
camera?
me. I know what he's asking me.
You're telling me
and
about
I'm
a time
telling
you
you.
cried in real life. You don't ask about your personal life, big man.
Brother.
Ask about movies.
Listen,
he's
I'm not-
he's
yeah,
saying
he's
he's
not-
basically acting in real life.
He's
right?
not. He's not.
But
It went over his
yeah.
head. It went over his head. It went over his head.
It went
The
over
po-
mine too. Please repeat it.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Go on.
Forget. I'm not.
No, 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 no,
The
no,
point
no,
of
no,
matter
no,
is,
no,
I've never had
I
to.
am interested
I've
now.
never had to
When did you cry?
shed. I've
So-
never had to shed a tear in acting yet.
Okay.
But I
But
feel
you
comfortable.
decided to tell us about a time you cried in
I
real
feel
life.
comfortable that I had to get off of something. I was trying to beat a case. So yeah. So
Oh,
right.
yeah. Give me context then.
Do you want me to write the whole thing down for you?
No,
Look, man,
no,
look,
that
he got
little-
it straight away. We're all in the same room. I don't understand.
He didn't get it.
He did get it.
He's pretending.
Hey, man, did you get it?
He's pretending.
Of course I got it.
No,
Thank
you
you.
never.
What do you
No,
mean?
You're pretending. You
You're
didn't get it.
telling me-
Oh
I
my
was even
god!
explaining it.
You explained it.
You didn't explain nothing.
Sorry.
No, you man are wild.
Sorry.
This guy-
Sorry.
That's
I don't-
what's
I
going
don't
on
think-
with these
I don't
guys
think
today?
it's bad.
Oh,
My
no,
friend
Frank.
Rich, let's talk. Let's talk. I don't think it's bad that we asked for you to give us context.
Yeah.
Because he had asked you a
He got
question
it
and you
straight
went somewhere.
away.
And plus,
He got it.
we're assuming the listeners knew what you were talking about.
Oh,
And that's
God,
what's most
man.
important,
Here
right?
we go. Anyway, the point of the matter is I had to beat a case and I had to make it believable. So once the tear came down, they were like, oh, all right, cool, such are done. other than that, I feel comfortable that I would be able to do it in a film. So that's the second question out of the way.
Hold on 1 second. Did the tear help you bust case or just...
Yes, it did.
A tear?
Yes. But you'd be surprised what emotions could do to people.
You wept. You didn't just cry. You wept, didn't it?
I had a tear came
only
down.
one tear and
I didn't say just one. I said a tear came down my eye. That was enough.
But was the tear a part of your speech? As in you were talking to the judge and then you cried?
I had a speech and then the tear came. And
So before you cried...
I don't know what was going to happen.
Exactly. So how do you know that the tear worked?
Because I'm not in jail, fool. What's the matter with you?
No, that's not how it works.
Richard.
I'm sorry, career criminals.
Cool. Wait.
I'm sorry, career criminals.
I got the experience.
I'm sorry. Show me your CV again. Show me your... Relax, man. We don't have to do this. We don't have to go there. What's going on here? Let the past be the past. Jesu. Hey, Chale. I don't understand.
Just wait for a second.
I don't understand.
Wait for a second.
Help me, man.
So before the tear, you were pretty sure you were going to get guilty. Then after the tear, they said innocent.
Listen, I'm good.
It was going to be innocent anyway.
Nah, you're assuming, bro. Don't assume. I see a man go to court the other day thinking he was going to leave. He's on remand right now. So don't never assume.
Yeah, I saw.
That's happened a few times.
Bro, don't never assume.
Rich, obviously, depending on the crime, I'm pretty sure the verdict you got was the verdict you're going to get, regardless of the tears.
Man. Have you ever even stood in a courtroom before,
I don't want to. No, I haven't. Thank God.
What do you know,
I ain't fighting this. I'm not fighting this. I'm not fighting this.
Let me leave our past in the past.
Okay, cool. Leave the past. We'll leave the past. But I'm not doing but you ain't been to prison, nigga.
No, but you're talking like you've been through that experience. I can't talk about another man's experience.
No, I'm talking to the mindset of a judge, right?
Have you been a judge before? Well, you're judging now, but have you been a judge before?
I actually have, you know.
Oh my God.
I've been a judge still.
Oh God. Being on the jury don't make you a judge, bro. If they're sending wrong niggas to jail, bro.
I haven't been to the
So
jury,
what's that,
bro.
a pound for the jail? Is that a pound for the jail?
That's two.
Why are you bringing it up?
Why you?
Like people ain't been saying nigga all day.
People can say N-word if it's a pound.
I thought it was, no, but he just said two.
It's £2.
Stop deflecting.
It's £2 per N-word.
I said one.
£2 per N-word, like per a N-word.
No,
Ratio is 2 to 1.
Bruv, you're dying to give money, innit? Because no one even mentioned it all day.
No, because I'm sticking to the rules. That's
cool.
why.
Can we do a vote in the room? Yeah. Do we feel like Richard's sentence was going to be what it was going to be regardless of his tears?
How do you know that?
I'm asking them.
Yeah, please. What's going on?
Do you feel that the judge
I actually feel like you can...
was going to give Rich guilty? Yeah. Saw the tears and thought, you know what? Rich is crying. Innocent.
But you know what that does though?
Yeah.
Shows remorse.
Thank you.
And if you don't show remorse, you can get worse.
Remorse is one of the biggest things you have to
Mm-hmm.
show, no matter what the crime is.
I'm not saying you can't pull on the judge's heartstrings to a degree, right?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
I think so, yeah.
in my opinion, and again, you're the expert here, not me. I believe that you were gonna get innocent anyway, regardless of your
I don't think so.
tear.
Because I work...
It's not just the tears.
Also, I don't know what the crime was, so my context is very minimal
Yeah,
now.
very minimal, yeah.
Because certain crimes, you could get a tear and get off. Certain crimes, you can cry all day long. You're not getting off. So I don't know the crime. I'm not going to pry either. Right? So
I've seen people who have done all the work they need to do. As in, like, this is people, like, maybe in jail, whatever. They've done all the work they need to do. They've done everything they need to, like, they are good. All they have to do is just admit and just say, I did that and I regret doing that.
I'm sorry.
And they haven't. And so it's like, okay, well, back you go.
Stay there.
Until you do that,
Yeah, it's like
bring it
that.
out. Yeah, I feel like emotions can...
So
It
what?
can build things.
So what about your speech? Was it sorry? Was it remorse?
It doesn't matter.
That's what
It doesn't matter. We've gone off from the subject. Do you know what I mean? The point of the matter is,
Yeah.
I cracked a tear.
Yeah.
I got off. I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And what point I was saying is that I'd feel like I'd be comfortable doing it on the screen or X, Y, Z. Because most actors, they go to an emotional place or something that happened previously where they
tap
can.
into.
Yeah, just like I'm saying, which is the most. Some people have one. Some people have loads. Do you know what I mean? Some people can't do it. You know, they get sprayed on
Yes,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask like, sometimes they cut the scene and just put like a little.
Yeah. So, the last question was,
How easy or hard is it to like memorize your entire script?
look at it this way. Yeah, there's a song you could probably can think of right now that's probably old, and you know the lyrics from it. And you haven't read it, but you know I know, but you've heard it.
That's off of years.
No,
of
but
listening
you've heard it so much times. Remember, it's repetitive. I used to think that would be my biggest problem, and it's not. So it's just you have to do the work. You have to go over the lines constantly, you know, bit by bit, and then.
I get what you're saying about like the track, but like the track is obviously like 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And you being in a film potentially like 2 hours long, like it's a lot of learning.
No, but you're doing different lines a day though. You're not going to do the same lines a day, if that makes sense.
Different scenes a day.
You're doing different scenes a day.
But what I was going to ask you, is it a case of it like are actors still learning the words during the film?
No, because
kind of
on a
learned
big
before,
you
right?
must have seen them films where like it's a big set, and even before the set has started, they're having a read through.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know, some
Table read.
Yeah, a general read. So some might start their lines before that. When they get to the read through, it feels more smooth.
Yeah.
Some might start their lines there and then. Just depends on how hard you want to work as an actor. And then after that, you still have to go back and do the lines anyway, because it's not just my lines. I have to know when you're coming back in. And then
Will Smith said he did that with Fresh Prince. He knew everybody's lines.
Yeah, it
And
gets
it's
like
funny when
that.
you watch back now, sometimes you see him, if it's not his scene, but like say like it's a pan view of everybody, you see him like saying what they're saying. Mouthing what they're saying.
Because I have to know when to come back in. I can't just read my lines. You're gonna read your lines first, and then you're gonna make sure that you can see when other people come in. So it's just that's just normal.
It's interesting when you watch shows back, because I think I'm watching my wife and I finished it now, and then you know like when they do the little bloopers at the end, and then you see that in the scene we can't see it, but their script is there. But obviously, when they mess up the line, then you see them pick up from the table. So you know, like when Michael would always have the newspaper. That's how sometimes they hide.
Yeah.
He's reading his script. You get me to know what's next. But obviously, it's interesting because even the greats don't know their entire lines off by heart.
Yeah.
And sometimes they improvise as well.
Yeah,
100%. There's a lot of scenes that have been improvised.
Yeah,
Oh,
improv, yeah.
Jesus. There's a lot of scenes that have been improvised that have made it to the cut.
Yeah.
And they were big scenes.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for that improvisation,
I've seen some actors say sometimes the director says, do it how you would do it, and we'll film it how I've done it, and we'll just pick the
we'll pick
best
the best edit. But then one scene might take 15, 20 minutes to do. And it's like a small, it's like such a small scene that the repetitiveness is crazy. I've seen that. I remember doing background work on the spin-off of Fast and Furious, and I was on there for 2 weeks.
Spin-off? Or you mean just
you know, like
other
there's
parts?
Fast and Furious, and there was the one with Idris Elba. That's the spin-off, no?
Oh, what's it called again? Something and Shaw.
What?
Yeah.
Hobbs and
Well, you
Shaw.
did a lot.
So
He said what? And they said
Hobbs and
that's
Shaw.
it.
I just realized what it said. Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. So there was this underground scene when they're in the base, and they're like, they're just basically 2 weeks didn't equal more than 50 minutes of film, because they were going over and over.
Yeah.
So you know, there's me talking to you. There's a scene behind, show and vice versa behind, top side.
Yeah.
Then they got the drones coming through. It went over 15 minutes of film in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Just what I'm saying. So it gets like that. It's repetitive, you know. But the lines, again, you just have to gotta do your homework more than anything.
Do you get stage fright? Because we had a rapper on a few weeks back. I think he was like
When I hear.
a 15-year-old boy.
Yeah, he was. He was here.
A 15-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah, we
was
just had to skip past that.
what?
Never mind. As you working.
A young guy, a very young guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he said he wanted to be a rapper, obviously. And he's doing his thing, 100%. And then we asked him, cool, you want to be a rapper? Give us some bars. And he didn't pet, he just did it.
Serious guy.
The people are asking for you to do a couple lines. You get me?
There's no line. I got no lines for you, man. I got no lines for you. I ain't a rapper.
Alright, go on.
Come
Let's-
back when you took it.
Rapping ass nigga. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got no lines for you, man.
Rich,
Sorry.
let's do a monologue together then.
You want to do a monologue together? What would you like to talk about?
Set pace. I'm here.
Why is your eyes shut?
I'm getting into character.
Come on. So annoying. Yusuf is
so
ready.
the scene.
Set the scene. I know. So
No, but put the camera on, please. I cannot.
Yeah, can someone set the scene? What's the scene?
On Yusuf, not me.
Yeah,
I'm
guys,
not the one.
set the scene.
Yusuf has been trying to get through to you,
Yeah.
for 4 weeks.
I don't know.
Go.
Yusuf has been trying to get through to you for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
You owe him $2,000. Yusuf now seen you at the train station, right? Done.
Yo, brother. Yo,
Yeah. What's good, man?
you been ducking my calls, bruv.
No, you know what?
What the fuck's my shut, bruv? Don't start chatting. What the fuck's my money?
Bruv, let me
Where's my money, bruv?
be.
I've been
honest
calling
with
for. You've been letting my phone ring up for 2 weeks.
you. Bruv, let me be.
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah.
I
What the
can't-
fuck's
I
my
can't-
money, bro?
Bro, please, man. Give
Go
me
on, go on.
Give me a
Talk,
second. Let me
talk,
explain.
talk.
So what happened is,
You're fucking mad, bruv. Talk.
bro, please, man, please. I know you're upset.
Rich,
So you want,
You were hounding me down for the money. Then when I want it back, you getting ghost.
bro, please, man. Like, we can't even. Can we go around the talk? Cause
Bruv, talk
obviously-
here, man.
I know, but
Talk
you know,
here. I don't care. Talk here.
Bro, we're on the
Talk here.
roadside. We're on the roadside. There
I don't
might
give
be
a fuck where we are, bro. Talk here.
Bro, I've been running for time,
I
bro.
don't just fuck about your legs, man.
Look, bro.
Talk about me running. I don't give a fucking fucking track meet, nigga. What the fuck's my $2,000? Talk about me running. Fuck the Usain Bolt head ass.
Why did you do that?
What do you mean? It's funny. That's why.
No, you can't be laughing.
Well, of course I can.
You're
They're both laughing.
You're getting hotted up right now.
No, sorry, bro.
I was there. I was there.
Red's got tea in his eye.
Yes. It's rocking.
You say you're gonna get? I can see it now.
Sorry,
I can see it.
bro.
It's glistening.
Oh goddamn.
Sorry,
That was good,
forgive
Yusuf,
me,
though.
forgive me.
So, all right, we're going to
But
cut
it's
back.
interesting,
to the-
though.
All right, go on.
Go on.
I see how people don't get roles.
Easy.
I see how people don't get the job because
Trust me.
I could tell you were acting. Do you know what I mean? It was good,
Yeah.
but I could tell you were acting.
No, don't.
Has to be
You
believable,
talking to
innit?
Yusuf?
Yeah.
No.
But Yusuf did
Don't
good,
get
you
onto
know.
Yusuf in this one. That was a great performance.
Yeah.
I went-
Yeah,
I went-
I
remember, Yusuf ain't
I
got
said
no
it was great.
experience.
No, but
Two-
I
Yeah,
have
no,
to
no,
have
but-
a
no,
laugh,
but- no, but-
though.
no,
Two
but-
things linked to you at once.
You want acting.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How can I not laugh? What do
yeah.
you mean?
No, but if you saw this scene
On a film.
in actual film, it'll be different mentally.
Yeah,
I'm not
it'll
saying
be
I'm a great
yeah.
actor,
I think because I know you as
but
well.
I'm sitting down next to him.
And he's like busting up as well. He's like, how am I
Yeah, we're
meant
the
to?
audience.
If he's
It's a live studio
I know, but
audience.
if you didn't laugh though, it would. I could have carried
But that
on.
should have never nah.
What's
Listen,
that?
I
Wait,
think
but you know
Red-
what I
Red-
mean?
Red-
I'm blaming you.
You take some accountability.
What?
Yusuf improvised.
Yes,
When he
exactly.
said, nah, okay.
I was thinking Dave Chappelle there, you know.
Because you improvised on the spot. He
Fucking about
said,
your
he
legs.
said, wait a minute, what?
I still don't give a fuck about your legs.
That's sick, man. That was actually really good.
I wanted to see where the scene went, though.
Yeah.
How did you not resolve it?
I'm really over it.
Wait, on
You know what
closure.
it is? I think
Yes.
in my head, I was close to getting physical.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to.
Like
talk
I
to him.
was about to choke you out, basically.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You both did well. Well done.
End scene.
Yeah,
end scene.
man.
And
Well done,
scene,
guys.
Time out. Cut.
Oh, man.
Any more ridiculous questions while we're here?
That wasn't ridiculous. The questions were.
Oh,
Would you have sex on
Nicolas Cage, maybe.
on screen?
I don't think people have real sex anyway.
Some people do, you know.
Really? Like who?
Okay, no, they don't have.
They don't have real sex. It just looks
Someone
like it's
must
real.
have, man.
Like who? Go on, show me one film.
Me do Google.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't believe that she is right.
Real sex scenes. So you don't believe I'm right?
I don't think they have real sex.
No, I'm
It's just
trying
like
to go. What Brent said. What'd you say, Brent?
I'm looking for you.
Googles.
No, before that.
It's a Googles.
I believe you're right.
Oh.
They have like it looks real because do you know what I mean? But
Because some people do the really fake ones, like Chloe Bailey and Thingy, Swarm. They had a pillow, nothing was happening. Then some people do a thing where they just do moves, like Lala in Power. But I know, maybe they're not penetrating.
Yeah.
Well, if it's like oral sex,
No, they
that's
can't.
a real dick in the mouth.
That's
Where?
crazy. They ain't doing that.
What are you gonna do?
He might answer that's easy.
No, what? I said that's crazy.
All right, okay.
you're not doing that,
What are you gonna use then?
huh?
What's in your mouth,
Say again?
Rich?
What's in? Yeah, no,
What?
that was Brent.
What's in your mouth, Rich?
He's eating fruit.
Oh,
Am
okay.
I not allowed to eat? What's going on there, man?
No, we were just talking about stuff in mouths, and I was just
These are moving strange today, man. I don't know.
but
Yeah.
eating fruit.
So what, are we still on the topic? Okay, let me ask a question.
Go on.
Did you Google it?
Yes.
In regards to money, right, and roles you wouldn't do, do you have a price for, say, playing a gay man and doing an actual gay act on camera?
A price for a gay man? I don't even think I would entertain a gay man.
A gay role.
No, gay role, sorry, no, not gay man.
What is a gay role though?
A gay role, so you are a gay man who has a boyfriend and you have to have sex scenes, you got to kiss.
You're Drew.
Yeah, but you're Drew basically.
No.
So there's no amount
No
of money.
money.
There's
This
no
is what's
wait,
gonna
there's no
put
amount of
you-
money and potential propelled stardom. So let's just say the movie is a big box office movie.
You get Oscar for this.
Let's
Emmy.
not say, let's remove potential.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
make
It is. So you're on a you're on a big Hollywood movie. It's got a lot of actors in it as well. Like your co-stars. It's a star. It's just best stars in the movie, basically. Isn't it? Do you have a price?
I'm not doing it.
This is what's gonna put you.
And hold on, let me explain something to you guys.
Yeah.
And this is what I said to you like a couple of days back. You see the people that I looked up to, I've never seen them do this. So why should I?
Okay, cool. Let me shift it for a second. Do you know the narrative in Hollywood that before a black comedian can be successful, he has to dress up in drag?
Yeah, that's crazy. Just
Right.
to hear that alone, yeah.
Dresses, hair. Would you partake in that as well? Or no.
Is there receipts for that? Have they all done?
Oh, there's lots
Kevin
of
Hart
receipts.
hasn't done it.
I'm not sure if K Hart has, but there's so many examples.
Yeah, I think of Chris Rock.
So many
and
examples.
Martin
From
Lawrence.
Chris Rock to Dave refused, and that's a part of the.
Ryan.
Not he didn't refuse verbatim, as in,
Yeah, that's
but
the
just
part
in
the
terms
reason
of
why he disappeared
yeah.
to Africa.
Martin Lawrence, of course. Jamie Foxx, Chris
Tyler Perry.
Tyler. There are some who haven't, but there's examples of a lot who have.
I'm not involved.
So my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Fair enough.
Principles, right?
Yeah, of course.
Listen, if you what's that saying? If you lay down for everything, you stand up for nothing. So, no, I'm not. I'll pass one. Stardom's not for everyone. If you can just act and get a little change here and there, then cool. But it doesn't work out like that for some reason.
A better question might be,
There you go.
what's
Yeah.
the least? In fact, what's the most you would do to get a city role that may have a little ball tickling involved in it?
What?
The
most you would do.
Let me rephrase
Oh
it.
my
Let
head
me
down.
rephrase it. Wait. If you were playing a footballer,
Yeah.
yes,
If
because you play football.
I'm listening.
You play football, right?
I'm waiting for you to land.
You play football, right?
I played football once upon a time.
Played, right? Cool. So you can basically method act that nicely because you've lived that. And get into the locker room
Oh dear.
and the guy congratulates you.
Slapped you in the bum. I'm joking.
Not he goes
That's
to
meant to do
slap,
that anyway.
but
And
the
if-
slap he doesn't retract. He leaves it there and just squeezes. That's it. There's no other scene other than that.
No, I'm alright.
But you played football and guys slapping your bum.
I'm feeling objectified right now. Do you know what I mean?
You should. Yeah, we can't have people calling HR.
Yeah, HR's gonna be.
You,
on the phone.
you should have never
I'm
had.
not deflecting. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
You should have never been
Have you
given.
played football in locker room before when guys have celebrated by stepping in the bum?
Listen, I've played football before.
Have you ever been slapped in the bum before by a footballer?
Yeah, I have been slapped on the bum before by a footballer.
But now you're getting paid to do it.
It's not the point.
And your career.
It's not the point. I can turn around and punch the guy in the face and get a red card.
Have you?
No, I haven't because I got to think about the team.
Oh, you slapped by the bum by an opponent.
Someone.
Oh!
No, but normally happens by your teammate.
Yeah,
No,
that's what he
not
said.
normally. Not normally.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, no,
Anyone's
because
normally-
no,
Anyone can slap. Anyone.
No, anyone can, but-
Anyone
like a
can.
good job,
I
Gary.
can't.
Yeah, like
remember,
good job.
I don't remember it. I don't remember it being a teammate. I don't remember.
So
it being a
why
teammate.
would an opponent?
I think
because you can
I think it might
a
have
little
been
good duel or
I think
something.
it might have been a good duel. Or
A good duel, and it's
tackle
like
or-
well done.
good. It's either a good duel or a bad tackle or something. And one of I
Okay,
can't
okay,
remember.
okay.
One of them, innit? So the guy's trying to say, fella, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
No, the best 6 man there. Point of the matter is, I'm not doing that for that was football days and whatever. But no, I'm not. And squeeze my ass. Relax.
Wait, hold on. Are you asking him would you get slapped in the bum on camera?
No, he's saying would I get? Would the guy leave my hand there and squeeze my ass?
no, he
That's what
said
he's-
he
that's
slaps
what-
your bum.
Yeah, and he leaves the
His
hand
hands
there.
and he's like, squeeze.
I said squeeze. As in, is that a part of the role? That's just him doing a bit extra himself.
He's improving.
Improving.
This is stupid, man.
I'm out.
Alright, but a slap is fine.
He ain't
Yeah?
coming back for a while.
No, slap's not fun. What do you mean?
You ain't what? You're telling me that happens randomly and you just leave the movie?
If I'm not allowed to slap a woman's ass, why should my ass be allowed to get?
No, I'm saying the slap is
What's
a part.
going on
The
here,
slap is a part of the movie, but the
That's a
squeeze
good-
was
It's a
improvised.
good move.
right? So he's
Listen, no,
good move.
no, and no.
Are you bringing
Uh,
women
if
to
I'm-
the
if
He
I'm-
basically
if
said,
I'm-
if I don't give consent,
No,
if
you
I'm
got-
talking to the director, no
Yeah.
one's allowed to slap my ass. No one's allowed to squeeze my ass. No, it's not happening.
no, that's not. I'm assuming that the slap is already part of the script. No,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're taking it out.
Sorry, Denzel.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Take it
That's
out, or
what
I'm
happened.
leaving. I'm walking off.
Yeah, take it out, or I'm gone, man.
I thought you really wanted to make it in this industry.
That's not the point, man. What does that mean? You got
How
to
much
do.
do you want it?
What does that mean? You got to do everything and anything. And nah, man, that's not for everyone.
You took it on the football pitch. Though.
That's not the point. We're playing football, and I don't know what football's like. Do you know what I mean? We're talking about movies, pretend shit.
The thing is, yeah, personally, I feel like you're capping. And I
Oh,
reckon-
okay,
and
what am I capping about?
and I
What am I
reckon-
capping about?
I reckon you would let a man slap your bum for a movie. In a
That
movie.
means you don't know me, but that's cool. That's right.
I think you would. I think you would.
That's fine.
Maybe it depends on how much.
Doesn't matter how much.
Pay.
It doesn't. That's again. The money shouldn't determine what you're doing things for. Because if that's the case, then you're just gonna do everything and anything for money. Does that make sense? Some people are about that, clearly.
No,
Some people are
no,
not.
I'm talking about.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm talking about my perceived notion of you.
Brother, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
That's all it
I
is.
hear you. But your notion is very, very wrong.
So not- so not-
I don't know why
alright.
some of the man them like accuse you of like dressing fruity or
Yeah, because I have like chinos rolled up and all that, and I mean I wouldn't say accuse
And,
me of
like,
being
the-
fruity,
because
but
you can dress.
I'll
yeah,
think-
because I can dress.
the vest incident
I could-
where your nipples were out.
No, but
In
to
a
be
male
fair,
conference.
no. But we were at. To be fair, contents. We were at.
Was that
Matters
you?
now.
And you had the hat on.
We were
Content
we
matters
were
now.
at a tattoo convention, and there was people there in just boxers.
So that justifies it.
No, but I'm saying
You
like I
said you
got
had more than
tattoos.
them?
I
He said he
got
was fully
tattoos.
dressed.
Look at them.
I've got tattoos. I'm showing my tattoos. I don't understand. Like,
On your nipples?
it was just a vest that, and it just
And you wonder why I think you let a man slap your ass on a movie set. These things, man, allow me, man. Don't prosecute me for making assumptions based on your dress sense.
Okay, but I can dress. I don't understand what the problem
You
is.
can, you can.
I know.
you
So
can't dress.
like, just because anyway.
The thing is, even what he just said, I didn't think that was the narrative that people think you dress fruity. I don't think you dress fruity. at all.
Nah, I mean like.
It
It was just a vest that you might actually wear on the beach as opposed to be in London. Plus I had a jacket on as well. It's not like I was rocking that all day.
But you took
Where,
the
where,
jacket off, right?
what the,
Because I was
strap-
showing my tattoos that
On your
everyone
nipples.
else. There was literally people there naked. Just so
There you go again.
Just to know because there was though.
Then look at him.
No, women and men. There was people there like just covering getting their tattoos finished and all that. The whole body, Yakuza sleeves and all that from neck to ankle.
What's just the picture of this vest? I wanna.
Like literally.
Where,
So-
where were the straps?
On my fucking
No,
shoulders.
I
Where
mean-
else would they be?
I think the wind or the picture just moved.
Yeah,
in.
the wind probably moved it aside.
I'm not your enemy.
I don't care. I don't know where you going with this.
Where's your?
I want to
where's
get.
your-
I
I
want to get a
always said to
visual.
the man
I wanna
as
get a
well.
visual of the vest.
I always said to the man, if I was gay, I would have said to the man I was gay, and there was nothing they could do about
No
it.
one thinks
I
you're
don't
gay.
understand.
No one
No,
thinks
but I'm
you're
just
being
saying. So
gay.
when we're
Why'd you
talking,
choose
I don't know.
that
I'm just saying. I know, but I'm just saying. So when you're talking about free, I don't know what are we talking about. I don't get. I'm confused, bro. No, I'm not saying you do. No. I'm not saying you do. No, I'm not saying you do. But when you're saying that being accused of being fruity, I don't remember being accused of
No,
being
not being
fruity.
fruity. He said you dressing fruity. I don't think you dress fruity.
I don't think I dress fruity.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I might have my chinos rolled up every now and then, and that's to look less threatening.
So it rolled down your smoke.
No, I'm just saying, innit? I don't dress like the mandem, but I don't dress like the mandem. I don't act like the mandem. You know what I
I
mean?
roll my chinos up to look less threatening.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You see, I'm telling you now, you see most people with their chinos rolled up, you just think that they're Egypt or XYZ.
Do you think you look threatening with your chinos rolled down?
He's
But
a
you're
bit
missing
Essex
the
boy, though.
You're
Huh?
missing the point. You're missing
No,
the point.
I'm not missing the
bro.
point. I'm just asking a question.
You are missing
Do
the
you
point.
feel like you are threatening with chinos? down?
Yusuf, me and you did not grow up the same.
Okay.
So what I went through and what you went through, different things.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the matter with you? Oh, today,
Rich,
today.
when your chinos are rolled down, do you feel like you look threatening? This is a question. What's happening here?
That is implication if it is you're saying you rolled it up.
Exactly. The opposite of
Listen, man.
I look less threatening when they're up means I look threatening when they're down, no?
I know how to dress. I can dress. That's it, man. I do what I want when I'm wearing my clothes, man. I don't know what you don't want. to hear
You dress
from me,
good, man. Like
I
real
don't,
good.
I don't know what you don't want to
I
hear
would.
from me, man. Like,
What?
Dress good, like rich.
Get to next headlines.
I know, man. I know. Like this is. This is
far.
our job today.
I'm done.
Headlines.
This is our full today.
All right. So
This sharpens you up, by the way. It's all part of improv. This is what we do.
Swear down.
Yeah.
So it is.
Yeah.
I hear you, big man. I hear you.
All right. So the Archbishop of Canterbury heavily criticised the government's migration plans, saying that they risked great damage to the UK's reputation as they came under fire in the House of Lords. In a withering attack on the illegal migration bill on Wednesday, Justin Welby, in a rare intervention in the Lords, said international protections for refugees are not inconvenient obstructions to get around by any legislative means necessary. He was among a large number of peers in opposition to Suella Braverman's controversial bill as it faced a bruising passage through the House. He argued against legislation aimed at ensuring people who arrive in small boats crossing the Channel are detained and promptly removed, either to their home country or third country, such as Rwanda, and banned from returning to Britain. Did you guys see the clip of Rishi Sunak explaining that?
About what did you explain?
Talking about what's going to happen to those who attempt to come to the country.
Yeah, send them back to their country or back to Rwanda or something.
Yeah. Ben, did you see it?
No.
I'm going to send you the clip in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
They keep talking about Rwanda like Rwanda is like a degenerate place. It's not nice, man. I feel like there's a connotation to Rwanda now. Almost like
It's a beautiful place, you know.
do you know what I mean? Like it's a place you go to when. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like a bad place.
Mm-hmm.
It's not nice, man.
Yeah. He has previously criticised the plan to send migrants to Rwanda as ungodly. I think we spoke about that as well when he said that. He told peers, "We need a bill to reform migration. We need a bill to stop the boats. We need a bill to destroy the evil tribe of traffickers. The tragedy is that without much change, this is not that bill. This bill fails to take a long-term and strategic view of the challenges of migration and undermines international cooperation rather than taking an opportunity for the UK to show leadership." And the last, was this the last headline? Well, next headline, at least 620,000 more grown-up children are now living with their parents than a decade ago. It's what the new census figures revealed. Soaring rents and the cost of living crisis mean that on a typical London street, you'll find at least one adult child in 4 families. The pandemic may have played a role too, experts are saying, with many people having to return to the roost, while others are not ready to move out after being sapped of their social confidence. But across England and Wales, young men living with their parents outnumber young women by about 3 to 2. And there's been an almost 15% rise in the number of non-dependent adult children living at home. The average age of this growing population of 4.9 million homebodies is now 24. The figures suggest that the nuclear family, in some form at least, is persisting for longer, whether through children never leaving home or boomeranging, leaving for a while and then coming back. And the last headline takes us to Brazil, where Brazilian politicians, celebrities and social activists have paid tribute to the vivacious, loving and combative former congressman and campaigner David Miranda, who died in Rio de Janeiro at the age of 37. The president celebrated the extraordinary trajectory of the favela-born politician who served in the country's Congress between 2019 and 2022 and was a powerful voice of resistance during the far-right administration of Jair Bolsonaro. The death of Miranda, who was also a columnist for Guardian US, was announced on Tuesday by his husband, the American journalist and lawyer Glenn Greenwald, with whom he raised 2 sons, João and Jonathan. Greenwald tweeted he would have turned 38 tomorrow. He died in full peace, surrounded by our children and family and friends. Miranda was admitted to hospital last August with a severe gastrointestinal infection and died early on Tuesday after 9 months in intensive care. Yeah, man, RIP to him. And that's it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into Word and Road. Okay. Sorry. So basically, Tory Lanez are following the whole Meghan thing that happened. He went in and basically put up, him and his lawyer and his legal team put a motion in for a new trial because he says that the exclusion of the disputed evidence, basically it was evidence that wasn't submitted, and it was a whole evidence thing basically. But anyways, cut a long story short, the judges said no. They've ruled that the exclusion of the disputed evidence wouldn't have made a difference at the trial. And so essentially, is as they've said, and his sentencing date, I believe, is it 13th of May? I think it is. But yeah, basically, what's next is just for him to get sentenced, and I'll let you guys know what he gets basically. And then what's next on my list? Oh, Jamie Foxx, very, very sad news yesterday that was reported. So basically, Radar Online have reported that according to like really close sources, like in his inner circle, that basically his family are basically preparing for the worst when it comes to him. Yeah, sad. The source said Jamie's people are saying he's doing okay and improving, while doctors are trying to get to the bottom of his problems, but he wouldn't be in a hospital this long if he was anything close to okay. So I guess just prayers up for Jamie Foxx, man. It's really sad, but so you guys, he's actually been in hospital for 4 weeks now, you know. It's been ongoing for 4 weeks. And apparently as well, not too long, I think it was last week, they flew in a top-ranked neurologist to try and help them get to the bottom of it. But allegedly, it's like he collapsed and then is just trying to figure out what made all of that happen, really. But he's been in hospital for a month now. Obviously, everyone, all his celebrity friends and stuff and fans are just sending their love and prayers for him. But God willing, he pulls through.
Amen to that.
Very, very sad.
Very.
And then, what's next? Oh, yeah, so Beyonce has started a Renaissance tour. It looks really, really good. So she started in Sweden and people, what's it called? Doing like an Insta Live of it?
Can I ask a question? So I saw Kelechi put a picture up of like a badge, like on a lanyard type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that she has backstage access, or does it mean that's all the tickets come like that?
For Beyonce?
Yes.
Probably a backstage. What was it on her story?
And she tweeted it as well.
Let me check quickly and let you know. All the tickets don't come like that because I think I've got an e-ticket. She might have a that, but then sometimes I feel like with certain like hives and stand cultures, they have like merch. But I don't think Kelechi, she don't strike me as someone who would be buying merch.
Okay.
Or would she?
Oh, she was there. Oh, she was at the thing.
I thought you would know.
Oh yeah, I think she had backstage. Yeah, it looks like a backstage access thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So it looks really, really good. It looks really, really good. She looks good as well. She's like a nice, slim babe. I think she's got an injury though. I think a foot injury or something like that. But she's doing. Yeah, it just looks really, really sick. I'm glad I'm going because I wasn't gonna go initially because I thought it would just be about the Renaissance album, and I've only listened to it once. I need to learn the words before I go. I don't like feeling left out. You know.
Learn the words before you go.
Not learn the words, but I need to at least know what song, like know what I'm expecting. Do you get what I mean?
Are you eating cheese?
No, he's eating fruit.
Oh, okay.
He does do that cheese.
Richard, like, why did I come today?
Why are you going like it's a normal thing to be on camera, just eating food like that?
Also, if you're gonna
Can you
eat,
move
if you're
it
gonna
back?
I
eat,
would be
Right.
surprised if it is.
Just-
I've seen you on the camera and I'm
ASMR
seeing something that
stuff
looks like
going on.
cheese. I'm thinking, why are you eating cheese?
I think this is.
Just like slices like that. Nobody does that, but it's not cheese.
I can imagine you eating cheese straight though.
Listen, yeah, you let those stresses boil out. Anyway,
Can't get stressed out.
that's good. I love that. But basically, yeah. So yeah, the tour kicked off yesterday. Obviously, there's people online talking about, oh, you guys are ruining it. Shut up. It's not a surprise tour. It's about the album Renaissance. That you know the songs are gonna come up. There's nothing shocking about it. Like, what is this? You can't get a spoiler alert about a concert for an album that recently came out. But okay. But yeah, there's people like live streaming it and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to it actually. And I saw that she did her old stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm going. I'm glad I'm going because I saw her doing her old stuff. So I'm really, really pleased about that. But it looks really good.
Where are you heading to? Which part of the leg? So that people listening could basically possibly buck you wherever it is that you are going.
I never tell people. I'm not doing that. I don't think I'm going nobody. I never tell people where I'm going.
Lie to me then. Go on. Where are you going?
Excuse me?
Where are you going? Lie to me so that they don't get the proper location.
Where am I going?
There's only one
None
location.
of their business.
No, I think she's doing it different places, right?
Yeah, I'm going to France one. The Paris
Okay.
one.
Oh no, I mean within the UK, she's doing it at Spurs ground.
Okay.
Yeah, all the shows are there.
I'm going to the Paris one. I'm not going to London one.
I heard she's also going to Wales.
Wales?
Yeah.
That's the thing. She's slick.
Isn't Wales part of the tour as well? Maybe
Probably.
not. Maybe I'm making it.
No, because she's everywhere, isn't it? She's going, like, it's a proper world tour. She's going every and everywhere. So probably. So I know Scotland. She's probably going Scotland as well. And I think she's going everywhere, to be honest. Because when you think about London, she's got 4 dates in London. Yeah. Remember they had to kick Wizkid off? She's got 5 dates. Let's kick Wizkid off to make space for her. Yeah, but he won't send them tickets. I don't know why he thought that was what he should be doing. I don't know why he thought he should be going to a stadium for an album, but I can't remember the name of. Big up Wizkid. But yeah.
Rude.
Who's asking where I was going?
We're link up
Is he a cute guy?
Probably.
No.
We don't have any mediocre people in our chat.
we use that word again, yeah.
Isn't that word is a great word. But
Average.
yeah, big up Beyonce, man. So that's sick. And then also, you guys remember I spoke a while ago, ages ago, and you would have seen the clip probably, about this psychotic 18-year-old stupid girl who basically was accusing this other girl. She was recording on Snapchat and accusing the other girl of like sleeping with her boyfriend. You think you can take someone's man? So I'm saying, 18 years old, you're out here committing felonies over a boy. Girl, there's hella boys out there. But anyways, she then watched trigger warning. Trigger warning. She stabbed the girl in the leg and she poured hot water on her straight from the kettle. And the girl was like screaming at top. It was just it was horrific. Honestly, it was horrific. Anyway, she's been jailed. She was jailed.
I saw that. 6
years. Obviously, annoying in the UK. She's going to do 3 years. I don't think that's long enough. When I see the wig on her head, I think they should have thrown an extra 5 for that. Because that is offensive.
She's an animal, man.
That is offensive.
She's an animal.
Oh, that one, yeah, I saw that.
Straight animal.
Like, the wig, the cluster lash girl.
Just making us all look bad, man.
No, it's making herself look bad. I don't, you know when it comes to, I don't believe in like any black person making me look bad. That is you. You represent you and your household. Because my goodness does not translate to people that don't deserve it. You pissed me off.
That's looking fire today. What's that say?
She's, I don't know what that says.
See you, queen.
Oh, there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
It was there. It's gone now.
It was there. But yeah, man, she's been sentenced to 6 years in jail. She might do 3, depending though. If she's as crazy in there as she is.
I thought she
outside.
got 3 years, and then I thought she got 3
yes,
years.
she did. Sorry, yeah, she did get 3 years, and she'll probably do a 1.5 years. Yeah, by Christmas, ridiculous. But obviously, if she's a psycho and she's not on good behavior in there, she's not coming out. And then she might get some more charges while she's in there.
Nah, she'll humble herself in
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what you think.
She'll humble herself.
You think that, but then you have repeat offenders.
Everyone's tough when they're out here.
But yeah, man, I don't like her, and I hope the victim is good and she's okay. And that's really what annoyed me about all. Like the violence was disgusting, but the girl's mum had passed away, and there was a picture of the girl's mum, and she took it and she broke it, and was cussing her mum and all that stuff. Like,
That's uncalled for.
It's disgusting.
that's the kind of stuff that should get you jumped on the afternoon. But anyways, that is all. That would be my solution to things, you know.
What? Just get jumped?
I'd hire people to jump people. I'll just hire people to jump people.
People do that anyway.
Ask your brother today, no?
Sorry?
Ask your brother.
No, because he's got things to lose. So I will never get anyone. Like I'm selective about things I would tell people that are close to me because I know that they want to protect me. I wouldn't put them in that position. I'll just hire someone to jump you. But I'll probably do that for like anybody though. Like for my husband. Scaves watch still. I don't know, something like that. But anyways, that is all for me. Let's get into People's Journal.
Serious.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal. I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing, I want to talk about some good news in America, which is that the prices for milk, airline tickets, and new cars fell in the US last month, which means that's kind of helped drive inflation downwards to its lowest rate in 2 years. So America seems, at least at the moment anyway, based on this month, or last month rather, to be at least somewhat kind of controlling inflation. I mean, they keep hiking their interest rates anyway, which is obviously the main tool they're using to kind of do that anyway, but it seems to be working. So, well done for them. to them rather. It was 4.9% in the 12 months to April, which is what the official figures are showing, which is down from 5% in March, and it marks the 10th month in a row that price rises have slowed down. So again, this is not just a thing that's just happened last month or the month before. This has been a downward trajectory, for 10 months now. So it's good, man. Inflation in the US peaked last June at 9.1%, which is the highest it's been since 1981, last year, June. So, yeah, man, they are doing a lot. But what people are saying is also, obviously, we need to kind of relax in it. Because initially, they thought the problem kind of was kind of contained to particular sectors, like the energy sector, manufactured goods and things of that nature, right? But that's obviously spread through the economy. So it's not a thing where they can just kind of just relax now in it. They still have to kind of curb it and get it down to their target. Next thing I want to talk about is, remember before we were talking about potentially only using energy in your homes between certain periods? Mm-hmm. All right. So based on that, what they're saying is households and businesses in the UK, in Great Britain, moved enough of their energy to these non-peak times last summer to actually power 10 million homes and actually help to avoid the blackouts. So people did actually answer the call, and it helped. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to go with it into the emergency reserves and things of that nature, innit? So it helped. About 1.6 million households and businesses received payments to help reduce the pressure on the national grid. Remember, we spoke about the payments that you could get as well if you were signed up, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, remember, we kind of ascertained that the payments were little to nothing, and it was just peanuts, innit? But still, it was still something. It still kind of motivated some people to do something, and it helped.
People are struggling.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The energy users were called on about 22 times. I think I spoke about the first handful of them. But yeah, 22 times to kind of reschedule their energy to use, the energy use, to avoid peak demand hours. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, running their dishwashers or their tumble dryers at night rather than during peak times when obviously most people be using it and stuff like that. So yeah, long story short, it helped. So well done to the public. Also, in terms of fraud, yeah, according to Bank Industry Group, UK Finance, yeah, they've come out and pretty much said that people in the UK lost £1.2 billion in fraud in 1 year, 2022, which is the equivalent of you losing 2,300 every minute. That's basically what's happening in the UK, yeah. They basically said around 3 million scams took place, which is slightly less than the previous year. So, you know, we're getting there, I guess.
Little wins.
Yeah, but most of the frauds involved payment cards and, you know, as we kind of, you know, suspected, innit?
These men are still cooking, boy.
They are indeed.
They really are.
Yep. Mm-hmm. UK Finance obviously came out and said not all the losses were reimbursed. Obviously, you don't always get
Really?
Yeah.
Because so basically I was trying to send money to Nigeria. My mum went because I was getting some outfits made, and the security checks from my bank here. At one point, me and the guy were going back and forth. I was discussing each other. I was fuming, especially because it was Nigeria as well. Like, are you sure? What are you sending money for? Who are you sending money to? It was a whole thing. So that kind of situation, had it been like fraudulent, because basically the guy was saying to me, he said, you can't, if they ask me a question, I can't say to them, it's my money, I can do whatever I want to do with it. Yeah. You're not allowed to say that.
Yep.
So obviously some people would finesse them and be like, oh no, it's fine, it's this. So obviously if you're giving your consent,
then that's it.
we've approved it, we're not giving money back.
Yeah. You just reminded me, the other day I was speaking to my accountant about something, yeah. In fact, let me read the exchange to you.
The exchange rate?
No, the exchange, the conversation between us, right? Where is he? Hold on, sorry, one sec. All right, so I've sent him something, yeah?
Yeah.
My HMRC letter, right? And he said, how's everything going? I said, everything's well. Hope the same with you. He said, yes, please, I need a favour from you urgently.
Yep, no, he's been hacked.
He's been hacked. I said, okay, what is it, sir? He said, can you help me send money to a Naira account?
Yes, and it's when you send in pounds. Yes.
I want to send money to someone. It's showing exceeding limit and it's very urgent. I promise to send it back to you by tomorrow morning as early as possible. I said, I don't have no access to no Nigerian bank account. Right? He said, can't you reach out to somebody for me? I'll surely pay it back. I've known from this time, yeah? So I've tried to call him. Obviously WhatsApp, innit? He's declined it. And he said, I'm at work. This guy's never said to me, ever, I'm at work.
Because this
is
your
job.
work.
You know what I'm saying? So then I've called him on the the normal thingy line,
Yeah.
not through WhatsApp, innit?
Yeah.
He's not picked up. I've forgotten about it because I've known, obviously, something's happening. Then he's got back to me and said, yo, I wish I had played his bloody message to me. He said, first thing he said, I hope the criminals have not contacted you.
Because no, it happened as well to because the lady I send money through, my mum was trying to send money or whatever. So my mum was like to me, don't send any money to her because this is the messages I'm getting. Yeah. And because my mum was out in Nigeria at the time. But the person's asked my mum to use her UK account, her Lloyds, to send money to a Nigerian account. My mum was like, yeah, but you're the person who changes money from that. What are you talking about? But it was literally exactly that. Oh, please, I need a favor. Yeah. Oh, please, because it is there. Oh, please, however little, shut up. But the proper hacking WhatsApps is crazy. Because I had to then call the lady on a normal phone and she was like, yeah, I've been hacked. She's like, how did you know? I was like, because the person's begged my mum for money.
Yeah, see?
And she was like, oh, and it ruins business for them. Do you get what I mean? It's mad.
So yeah, guys, be careful out there, man. Be very vigilant.
What's the Nigerians, man?
Yeah, if
Hackers
somebody,
are really hacking,
yeah,
bro.
man. If you feel like they're saying something to you that you feel like I'm not too sure that they would say this,
Chances are,
yeah,
they're saying nonsense.
don't send no peace, man. All right, so that's that. The next thing, it's not really economics.
Have you ever had them travelers try to fool you?
Me?
Yeah.
Back in the
When you
day,
say
yeah.
travelers, what do you mean?
Yeah,
That
gypsies.
gypsies. Oh yeah.
I said travelers.
What, can't say, is that not PC?
No, I think they don't like that.
Of course they don't like that.
Yeah.
We don't like a lot of
gypsies?
things.
What?
Yeah, but that's what that's.
Is it the hill?
Yeah, but
No, I'm genuinely asking. I'm not fighting it. Oh.
What? I said, what
So
did I say?
you want to keep saying the word because
No. What do you mean? Wait. What did I say? What are you getting your back up about? I'm confused.
wait, whoa.
Don't set me up.
Go.
oh, they don't like saying it. And you like, shh.
No, did I say shh? I said, course they don't like it. What do
Did
you
I
mean?
say shh?
Yeah, I didn't say shh.
No, you were given a very dismissive attitude.
What? As in, course they don't like it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna say it
You're
anyway.
not gonna gaslight both of us.
How are you on about? Why would they like it? I don't understand.
It's not gonna work.
You call them travelers.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work, cuz. What do they like being called? Do you even know?
People,
Travelers.
human beings.
Oh, here we go. All right, Mr. Politician. What do they like being called? For
You do
real?
it again.
Huh?
You're doing it again.
I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to understand.
Because you would rather not see the slur. You're calling.
No,
him
I'm asking.
a
No, I'm
politician.
genuinely asking
Right,
you. What
do you
would
know
they
what?
prefer
Call
to
them
be called?
travelers.
Okay, get back to
cool.
your story, please.
Irish, right? Are they not Irish?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, it's about the ones who say,
Exactly,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I've got a TV in the
Yes,
box
them ones.
and there's bricks in the box.
Yes.
Bruv.
They
Very
one
convincing.
back in the day. There was on
They
my
roll
road,
up
man.
on you.
Yeah.
In uni, I went
got
to
this
some
laptop.
Uni it didn't happen to me, but
They get people, you know. They get you.
no, I
These have
haven't
been
got. I haven't got. But my brethren brought me to an auction
What?
Oh,
A
when I
travel
when I was
auction?
in uni, which
This
was
is
organised by
wild.
them,
Oh,
and it
this
was
is
just
wild.
all just a ruse. I didn't buy nothing, but I was just there.
How do you even? I've never heard of a traveller auction in my life.
Yeah,
This is-
this is back. This is one. This was in Southampton. Yeah, and two, this was
how
God
did
knows
you
how many
get
years ago.
roped into that?
My
bro?
brethren
That
roped
is
me into it.
wild,
My brethren
bro.
dragged me along to it.
I was like, oh, you saying I got an auction for man? You know,
They
we
just
can
told me,
get
yo,
some.
I'm getting things for cheap. I'm like, where? Oh, okay, I came in there, and I'm there. I'm just thinking to myself, what is this?
That's wild, man. These are all roll up and I got a laptop. You want it for sale? And then they give you the box with something like heavy in it, and then they disappear and there's nothing in the box. It's like some stones and yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to them, man. Though getting the hustle on.
You ever gotten duped, man? Yeah.
no, it didn't happen to me. I remember it like yesterday as well, you know.
I don't think who's going to buy something off the street of just a random person.
Hey,
No,
but
they're good
there's
at what they do, though.
Sometimes I'm not getting mixed up with the scammers, but sometimes they just come with a truck and they have legit stuff they've stolen.
Yeah.
So 100%.
Yeah, stolen stuff is cool, of course, but
Yeah, but everyone's had something stolen before, no?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I guess just ask them to open the box right in front of you.
Yeah, but I mean, as in like you've actually copped something that might allegedly.
But the one that they normally approach you with is legit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So they show you.
yeah.
And then
They
they
literally
come to my car. Come to the car.
Switcheroo.
they
Yeah,
come
yeah,
they-
yeah.
at the car window.
Yeah,
They're
so
like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
the car, yeah.
I got this laptop.
You can't do accents, can you?
No,
That was rude.
No, I was just observant.
that's cool. That's a great observation. Man.
No, I didn't say it to be mean.
No, that's a great observation. I can't.
You
Yeah,
tried the Irish accent quite a few
No,
times.
can't.
he's saying
I
you can only go for English speaking roles.
yeah, basically, I'm an English speaking man. So
There's
you know.
no No snow footing.
There's
That
no,
doesn't mean you can't put it on.
there's no, I'm
No,
playing.
but you're forgetting. You know you can actually practice and get better.
Swear down.
Take your
Oh my
God.
God. Jesus!
Wait.
No, I'm playing.
There's
Why
no-
you I stop laughing, bro. You're making it worse. Alright, can we?
What
wait.
show is this today?
What were we saying again?
That's why Foxx is not into
Wait,
it.
one second.
Did you just not give Marks like a heads up about your bullshit today?
He acted defeated when Brent said,
Who's defeated? I'm never defeated. I walk with God. Get out of
Period.
here.
Amen. Preach it.
Hey,
I
come on!
All right.
What are we talking
practice,
about
man. Practice makes perfect. Yeah,
All right.
again? Heard.
Well, on to the next thing.
Said I
Jenna.
heard you know.
Like I said, this is not really like full-blown economics, right? But still, I wanted to mention it because it's not in the headlines. And patients basically who carry a certain type of adrenaline auto-injector pen, are being told to contact their GPs or pharmacies to swap to a new brand. So people in the chat, people listening, if you know anyone who relies on them adrenaline pens, that you got bam into your knee or into your.
Yeah, you had to do that. We knew what it was.
All right, sorry.
You're like really acting today.
They need to swap to a new brand, yeah. So the Emerade 300 and 500 microgram auto-injector pens, which treat anaphylaxis, are being recalled after some fail to deliver the dose of adrenaline. Yeah, man.
Not dangerous. Is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait. Say that again?
Yeah, so people who basically rely on them auto-injector pens, they've been recalled because some of them, when they've needed it, just failed to work.
You see how
Happened to
when
me,
it
yeah.
is that he said what he said, you didn't get it, but everybody else did. But
I didn't hear him. That's why. There's a difference between me saying something to someone and it going over their head, and me not hearing something.
how about the...
No, don't do that. don't do that.
Mic is dropped.
Yeah, don't do that. Because it was two different things.
No, you dropped it. It
There's
bounced
a
back
difference
up.
between me not hearing what he
Bounce back
said.
up.
Swear that it bounced back up.
Bounce back up.
And then hit the floor again. But I hear you.
That's such a good news.
What is?
touche by
The pen thing, I think that might have happened to somebody I know. I've literally set a reminder
Okay,
to
good.
remind them, but that's good.
Let them know, people, man.
You say touche. Are you right today? You had some wheat mix this morning, innit?
I
Or
have to give you your
something.
props when it is you land.
These are on banter today. I love it, man. This is good. This is good.
So, yeah, man.
That Italian accent.
No, that's me messing around, man.
That's in practicing.
How did you
Your
know?
advice.
All right, so these pens, for those who don't know, these pens are prescribed for people with severe life-threatening allergies and stuff, right?
Allergies. Oh, the EpiPens, eh?
Yeah. And then basically, the MHRA, which is the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, they say that users should ask for alternative brands, right? So again, if you got the Emerade 300, 500 microgram thingy, yeah, go to your GP or your pharmacy to swap to a new brand. This includes the EpiPen, like Rachel said, or Jext. People are also advised to seek help on how to use the replacement pen as well, right? So again, patients need to return the Emerade pens only once they've received a replacement. But it's estimated that around 25,000 people may have one. So yeah. And the last thing I wanted to mention. Oh, in fact, before I go into the last thing, no, but play it after I'm done with this here. And basically, again, the people are complaining about Sunak, man. Tell me what you guys, you remember before, we've said before, they're talking about his taxes, they're talking about this, he can't get anything right.
They're just upset he's rich.
Well,
He and his wife.
tell me what you think about this. So basically, he used a helicopter for a trip, yeah, that would have taken him just over an hour by train, right? So
I should have did this to Boris Johnson as well. Over something.
yeah, they did,
Yeah, they do it to everybody.
Yeah. But I think they're really putting it on the Tories a lot, man. But it does seem like when it does come to finances and stuff, they are really pushing like this agenda onto Sunak, though. But anyway, long story short, he basically flew to the south coast and back by helicopter on Tuesday. And basically they're saying, wait a minute, if you just went by rail, it would have cost you £30. But yeah, you've gone by helicopter and you're wasting our resources. You know what I'm saying?
Who's our? Is it our money?
Well, it's not going to come from his pocket, though. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, it won't. This is like governments.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Sunak, show them how rich you are and give them the money back. Reimburse them.
Yeah, he's rich still.
Exactly, just reimburse them and everyone can shut up.
So yeah, what they're saying is an equivalent private flight would cost in the region of £6,000 return. So it could have cost him £30 for a return fare, right? But he opted to travel by air, which is equivalent to about £6,000.
Where was he going?
He went to, where was it? Southampton.
That's a damn lie. It ain't costing him £30. No, in this cause he lives.
Well, that's what they
Do
say.
you know what they do? But that's the thing. I feel like to help the argument, they will look at the cheapest
thing, innit?
They're the ones where you have to go at 5 a.m. and then walk half the trip and then get back on the train again.
And plan the flight from last year.
Exactly.
Nonsense.
I think leave people alone, man. There's more things to be worrying about.
And Brent, in the document, I put in people join the part. I put in the link to that clip that I was talking about earlier about him talking about the migration bill.
Oh yeah.
The new illegal migration.
What it sounds like. Sounds like he should be cute.
You're rude.
I didn't say he wasn't cute.
Illegal migration bill means that if you come here illegally, you will not be able to stay.
Yeah, I've seen this,
you will be detained, and then you will be swiftly removed to your own country if that's safe, or if it isn't, then a safe third country alternative like Rwanda. And we will make sure, like Australia and America, that if you've arrived here illegally, you will not ever be able to return. Now, this is how we're going to break the cycle of these criminal gangs and take control of our borders. People need to know that if they come here illegally, that they will be detained and swiftly removed. And once they know that, they will stop coming and we'll be able to stop the boats. The new illegal migration bill means...
I say you will never work in this town again.
Emphasize that word.
But yeah, that's the message, man. But yeah, that's it for the People Journal, guys.
Thank you. Let's get into the rotation.
Regarding the money that these leaders spend, like if it was your leader,
Yeah, because you never know where Brent's going to take it. Like when he rolls his chair back, I'm like,
oh no, it's not anything spicy.
Not yet.
If it's your leader, right?
yeah.
Would you want him to kind of flex as though he's the leader of a big nation? Would you want him to travel in luxury? Would you want him to be a kept leader? Would you compare his kind of travel arrangements to other leaders? Like if it is that they're coming together at the UN, right? Would you want him to be rolling up, looking all shaggy?
The Uber.
Yeah.
It depends if my leader was black.
Oh, you'd want him to be
Not like a
stylish.
strong, black,
Okay.
powerful man.
Yeah. So if he was black, you'd want him to be looked after, proper
Absolutely.
cars and whatnot. I mean, there's also a security issue, right?
Exactly. I can't imagine Rishi Sunak, getting on the what's it called, peak time train, and someone's got their armpit in his face. I'm the leader of this country. I think there has to be some perks. For me, I think that's a perk of the job. Being able to have your own private what's it called, transportation wherever you go, having security detail, that's a perk of the job.
Because they don't get onto like people like Obama.
Biden,
Yeah. But I think, and that's the thing, is over familiarity. But they deserve it though, because when they're all doing the campaign to be prime minister, they all go to church. They all go on trains. They all go in like little community spaces. I mean, I'm one of you. I'm one of you. So when you get in power, people are like, nah, you're one of us. Get on the bus, mate. Tap your Oyster card.
So where do you stand on it then?
And what? If you black,
Everybody else should.
Brent, I don't care, man. You know that.
I hear that, but I'm going around the room.
Side other side. Now I'm going to go to the toilet.
I'm with you, man.
I think Sunak or my leader, or what do you mean?
Sunak is currently the leader, and this is the story you just covered, right?
Yeah.
So where do you stand on this?
I thought you meant as in back home or something. Innit?
No, back home, I want them walking. I want them walking on the knees.
Yeah. Answer the back home if it's different. Is it a different response you give?
It's different back home if the situations of the people, like it's kind of demanding, like that we need to be.
Sorry, is there two things happening?
No,
This might be more
don't
juicy,
say
like,
nothing.
what's
Don't say
happening?
no. Don't say nothing. What were you gonna say, Brent? Please continue.
You like, I don't know what to
There
do.
were two things happening.
No, but this guy's acting
Why
like
was
it's.
talking?
No, I said, what was the question?
That's what he asked you?
Yeah, he's acting like I done something crazy. I said, what's the question?
Rich, have you got the squeezy thing?
I have actually.
I'm supposed to put it at
Should-
once.
Take it
I'll
out,
put you
take it
down.
out.
I
Whip it out,
don't need it.
From
Whip it
their
out and
heads.
squeeze it.
Don't need it. Man.
Not to squeeze it, to throw it.
I'm centered in my.
I told you
senses.
meditated before you came. You meditated before you came here today.
Yeah.
How long do you meditate for?
Depends. If I got enough time, then I'll do as long as I possibly can.
Do you
How
do
long do you do
it,
this
do
morning?
it sitting, standing?
Say again.
How long do you do this? How long do you do this morning?
Only 5 minutes.
Okay.
Not a lot.
I'm just asking how he does it. Do you do it sitting, standing on the floor?
Sitting.
And that, but you feel like a difference if you don't do it. this
No.
particular day.
It's not that you feel like a difference.
This
but it's just like-
cross-legged or on a chair? How we used to do it.
That's what I was thinking too. But I I thought you looked a bit annoyed at
Are
my
you on your
question.
knees?
No, I won't. No.
Okay. Yeah, like was it like what's it called? Indian style. Is that what it's called?
What's Indian
No,
style?
don't look at me like that.
What's Indian style?
That's what it's called, man.
What's that?
I see Joe Budden do it all the time,
If
and they
you
would
know
call
that's
it.
what it's called, why are you trying to tag me in?
No, because you looked at me like I said something wrong.
What's the Indian style?
You might have.
What's the Indian?
I
you know what
never
Indian
heard it
style?
called Indian
Maybe
style.
cross-legged.
Is it Indian style? Is that what it's? Joe Budden does it, and
I
they keep calling it Indian style or something like that.
Nah, maybe they're talking about sex position.
No, they're talking about his crossing his legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
We wouldn't really go off whatever Joe Budden does. He's different.
I can't cross my legs
You can't cross your legs. You stiff.
Really?
while sat on it. I could do that in primary school. Not again.
You're stiff.
Can't cross your legs while sat on it.
Nah, I can't.
Yeah, then you're stiff.
I ain't been able to do that for time though.
Can you
man.
touch your toes if you're like standing up?
No.
You're stiff.
Show us.
No.
Oh.
You wouldn't be able to sit anyway.
No, show
You wouldn't be able
us.
to sit anywhere. It doesn't
Show
matter.
us.
Can't be bothered. Can't be
You
bothered.
were talking. Can you touch your legs?
I'm flexible,
Your
big man.
feet, sorry.
I'm flexible.
I believe you are, but you don't want to go for the
Did you do-
toes.
did you-
So touch your toes.
Did you
Can't
do
be
yoga?
bothered. No, I don't do yoga. But obviously, you go to the gym, you're gonna stretch before you do.
I don't
you
believe
go
you.
to the gym. You know,
yeah,
you're gonna
I know.
stretch before you start doing
I
that.
do Pilates and I can do things.
You
Rich,
go
I
to the
don't-
gym.
Rich,
You must
yeah.
stretch.
Rich,
Yeah.
I don't believe you. Touch your toes. You
I
just
can
accused
touch
me of
my
not
toe.
being able to do
Yeah,
it.
no, I didn't accuse you.
can't touch your
I asked you. Yeah, you can't.
I can't.
Can you
But
touch your toes?
I'm fine with admitting that. You
Big
just
man.
said you could.
Yes,
You
I
touch your
can.
toes.
I can. I
Yeah.
will. I'll
I
show you
don't
after.
believe you.
I just
Show
asked
us
you.
now.
I can't be bothered. I
Wow.
just asked you.
Said
Can you touch your
wow,
toes?
you know.
I know. I just asked you. Can you touch your toes? You said
No,
no. I think that is crazy to me.
Show us.
No, I'll show you afterwards.
Show us now.
No, we're on air now. We're doing
I'm gonna do
the
a
show.
poll.
Do
I'm
you
gonna
know what
see
I
if it
mean?
is that they believe that you can touch your toes.
Yeah, do the poll.
'Cause you've been claiming a
Do the
lot
poll,
today.
do the
I'm
poll,
an actor.
do the poll.
I'm an improv. I could do Irish accents. You've
You
been
know what
doing a
you
lot.
do? You know what you do? Yeah, do the poll and then let them say whatever, and I'll show you that after.
And then we can take a picture.
And then you can say,
And
yeah,
then we
no
can
problem,
take a
no
video of
problem,
you. And
no
then
problem.
put
You can
it in
take a
the community.
picture. No problem. We
Yeah?
can even make
So,
bets. Anyone want to make a bet?
After the show,
Anyone
let me
wanna
get
make a
it
bet?
straight. Let me get it straight.
You wanna
Let me
make
get
a
it straight.
I believe.
in the community.
I
Do you want to
believe
make
you
a
can
bet?
do it. I
Do you
believe
want to
you
make a
can do
bet?
it. I believe you can do
No.
it.
Do you want to make a bet? You want to make a bet?
What, they can do it?
Yeah.
I think you can do it.
I think you can do it.
I'm on your side. I think you
So
do
it's
it.
just you that thinks I can't do it. No problem. I'll do it for you. Make the poll. Do the poll, big man.
I have no problem in you showing me that you can touch
Okay.
your toes because I've
Okay.
asked you.
No,
to
no.
touch
Trust
your
me,
toes.
Nah.
JB. I'm the only one who heard that.
What's that?
You can cross your legs while you're sat on it.
Crazy, isn't it?
Who said that? Him?
Yeah,
You know?
Thinking about it now.
I said you can cross
Yeah,
your
he
legs while
did.
you're sat on it.
Yeah,
He said,
he did,
yes,
he
I can.
did.
I said,
Yeah, that's
What?
sounds-
Second
yeah,
what? Oh, look,
yeah.
why
I
did you say
said
that?
I can
You
cross
did.
my legs.
You did. You did. You
I-
did.
I
you
stand
said,
by
no,
saying
you
I
said
can't
you
cross my
can't,
legs.
yeah, you
Nah,
can't cross
yeah.
it while you're sat.
That's how I
It
started.
just sounds crazy, isn't it? But yeah,
Wild.
we'll
Sat
solve it.
sat
Just make something up.
Sat on what though?
I put my willy, obviously. These people in the comments, homophobic and that. You get me? It's not always sitting on the willy. I'm not camera. I'm not the camera. I can do this. Anyway, so what you're saying, Rich, right, is
Yeah,
after the
yes,
show,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
after the show, you are going to allow us to take a picture of you bent over.
Wow, what's going on
Touching
here,
your
man?
toes.
Why do you have to say it like that,
Touching
though,
your
man?
toes. Can you grow up,
You
please?
could have worded
Can
it
grow up?
any way you
Can you
wanted,
show
though.
some maturity, please?
I'm
Can you grow up?
trying. God knows I'm trying.
Gosh.
I'll touch my toes, and if you want to take a picture, no problem. It's up to you,
Alright,
man.
cool. So, Emmanuel, back to the
Yes.
question. Please don't interrupt again, please.
Yeah,
I won't interrupt. I
Ask
didn't
what did you
interrupt
say.
him.
Don't interrupt again, please. Thank you very much.
yeah, like I was saying, like in terms of security and things of that nature, I think certainly, man, you have to be like you can't be going like with everybody else, innit? Like
Yeah.
you need something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but
So you have no problem with this helicopter thing?
No, I don't have an issue with it.
Cool.
I think if this is why I mentioned back home, like if I feel as though the country was in crazy dire
Yeah,
states
yeah,
or something, then okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Ghana, for example, the inflation over there is ridiculous. But the president and his cabinet have made a decision to cut their wages by a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? Because it obviously doesn't bode well, and we can use this money for something else. So yeah.
Okay. How about you, Rich?
I don't know if I care, man. To be fair, because they're gonna you want your politicians to do something or your leaders, whatever, and they do whatever they want anyway. You know, and yeah, just don't trust them. To be fair,
So if they were actually doing things with the money that benefited the people, would you
Yeah.
mind them actually using money to travel?
wouldn't even mind.
But because they're not,
Yeah.
okay.
Again, you get elected by people that want you to do things, and you say you're gonna do stuff. Then when you get there, you're like, "Hey, you know what, people? They didn't realize how hard it was. I'm sorry. I got a budget. Can't give you these schools, or can't give you this, or how you coming, man? Just It's nonsense, man.
Yusuf?
Like I said before, what was the question?
So let's just say you have a leader.
Yeah.
Let's take Rishi,
yeah.
or any prime minister.
Yeah.
What's been complained about is the fact that he's taking a helicopter
Yeah.
to go to Southampton as opposed to taking a train to go to
Yeah.
Southampton.
Yeah.
In your perspective,
Yeah.
do you mind when leaders, I guess, use money in that type of way?
Not at all, because I saw Sadiq Khan on the DLR and he was being harassed
You've been harassed.
by
Okay.
these young,
alright,
abrasive
alright,
men. They're running around trying to get a picture of him, looking over, that's Sadiq Khan. He got off the train, they ran around to get a picture of him.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I can understand why you want your privacy, you want to be able to get to 80 people without being
Okay.
subjected to that, yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, what was the next?
I think you've already pressed already. We're on rotation.
Oh,
rotation.
because you're announcing it.
All right, I've just got like random tidbits today. It's kind of all over the place. First question is, I see Jennifer Hudson was talking to Swizz Beats on one of her talk shows, whatever, and she proposed the idea of a versus between her and Fantasia.
Okay.
I wanted to find out from the room who you think would win from out of a versus out of Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia. Quickly,
I think Jennifer Hudson, you know.
you think J Hud?
I think so.
Give me 2 J Hud songs.
I can't, you know.
There you go.
I can't.
There you go.
But you know what? I kind of
Spotlight.
associate Fantasia. You guys obviously have to correct me, right?
Yeah,
But with more so like poppy kind of songs, and Jennifer Hudson more so having a reputation for more the black music. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
Nah.
J Hud's
No?
catalog too well, but I don't feel like she
Yeah.
has a big hit.
She,
Okay.
she had Spotlight
Yeah.
and she had If This Is in Love. That's what I can name.
And she has the
And I actually
songs
listen to
from
her.
the Dream
You
Girls
actually
movie.
listen to
She don't get those.
How is it?
You say you actually listen to her?
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson can sing.
No, I'm not saying she can't, but I just thought you might know a couple more tracks or something.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because like I was actually open. Like I knew when the songs came out and whatever. I followed the charts back then,
Yeah,
and those are the only two I can name. I think she's rude for even
even saying that.
suggesting that because man, we don't know you. Yeah, because Dream Girls, you can't come to Versus and sing "We Are Dream Girls." You're not allowed to do that. Those are not your songs.
Yeah.
What is she coming to the table with? I don't ever remember. Let me see. Maybe.
To be fair, if they done verses together, it will have to be capped at like
5.
5 or something, 5, 6. Because
When I See You,
Fantasia will win off of When I See You and Truth Is alone, in my opinion. But yeah, I just thought in terms of voices, I feel like they're equally cruel though, equally yoked.
she's cheeky.
What's that?
Her last album was in 2014.
So a while back,
Oh,
bro.
wow.
And she only had 3 albums 2008, 2011, and 2014. The 2014 one, I don't see anything on there that would have charted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everyone, her chart, the ones I spoke about, are
Yeah.
from 2008.
Yeah. I think
don't
someone
get your-
like in terms of voices, I think maybe like Jasmine Sullivan would be more
Better competition.
better competition for Fantasia, not for Jennifer
Yeah,
Hudson.
yeah.
Yeah.
But even that, Jasmine is clearing her.
I believe so. I
Like,
believe so. Yeah, she is actually.
I'm a big fan of Jennifer Hudson. Man.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, her face.
Okay. You mean her physique? But yeah,
beautiful, isn't she?
just want to get you guys' thoughts on that. All right, moving on to concerts, right? Esther, you going to Ashake?
So I would like to.
Yeah, but
Price of tickets, Yusuf is making me
and that
sick.
was a conversation I wanted to have.
I tried this
wanted to
morning
have,
as
sorry.
well, you know.
So I saw a big debate online yesterday about concert tickets, right? People are saying, Ashake's concert tickets are too high. 50 Cent also has a concert as well
Okay.
in November.
Oh, nice.
Him, Busta Rhymes, and I believe Jeremiah's on it as well. And people were comparing even those tickets and they're too high as well.
Can
No,
I
I just-
hear the figures, please, of both?
when I looked at the
Do you want me to send you that screenshot?
Ashake screenshot,
please.
it was
Put
more,
it up.
it had a range. So it said from 43 is the lowest and the highest
Yeah.
is 293, right? For 50 Cent, he's got level 1, 150 basically, level 4, 88, and level 4B, 66.
Email Brent or what?
Yes, please, email.
Or airdrop?
Yeah.
Email, please.
So I saw a lot of debate online about concert tickets. Some people was like, what do you expect? It's the O2, yeah.
People say that though, but it's
So the question I wanted to ask you was, when the artist announces a concert, what variables do you think they take into account? Or what do you take into account in terms of ticket prices? Like,
so when it comes to ticket prices, I think of how popular you are,
Yeah.
like the demand for it,
yeah,
but not necessarily demand because you're popular.
Yeah.
Just that your big name.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna pay what I'm gonna go and see. What's it called? LMA.
Yeah.
With what I'm gonna go and see Wizkid or Davido. The reach is different. That's what I take into account. I think the venue as well. But I'll be honest, I don't really consider venues. That's my business. That's between you and your team. You don't want to do at the venue. That's cool.
But the venue does play a part in the price, though.
I think a very big part.
You know what I mean?
It does, but
So if an artist is doing a show at the O2 Arena, right? How can the ticket prices be? I don't know, less than £50 or whatever it is people expect it to be?
because you know what it is, I've seen big artists do shows in small venues and the price is still rude. So when Davido came for his timeless, you know that the random shows he did.
Yeah.
Tickets like £50-something, and I was like, I'm not going for that. And I thought, because what it was, I love Davido.
Yeah.
But I was like, the venue you're doing this at is not, the money is not making sense to me. So that's why I didn't go. So that's what makes me think maybe venues don't play a part in it.
Yeah.
But I know O2, them booking damn fees. The tickets are really £63.
Yeah.
By the time they add £15 to it,
But also, one of the big factors people overlook is that artists want to make money, right?
well, you
So
can make money though.
they base it like, I want to make a certain amount of money, so these are the prices that I believe I'm going to charge, and that's the main factor. But artists want to make money.
Do you know, an interesting point though?
Yeah.
Ashake, this is going to be his second one. Even though, obviously, 6 months ago he was here.
Yeah.
This prices, this is the price of the first one.
Okay.
And that was in O2 Brixton. The prices were £60-something. And that's why I didn't go as well, because I thought, I'm sorry, are you all right? I thought I could have done £50 maximum. £50 I could have done with Ashake. But the price when it came to O2 Brixton was £60-something. And I said, where are you going? It's your first concert in London. But I think it's because obviously the demand and whatever.
Yeah.
But those prices are, because you know what level 4 is?
That's okay one.
Yeah.
Why am I paying £100 and something for level 1?
What is the...
So basically, level 1 is that you've got the best view. You've got the clearest view. Cool. Level 4 is like higher up. Those are the higher seats. And obviously, the higher you get, the cheaper those tickets tend to be. You're basically in the cloakroom. When everyone's done singing downstairs, the song's just starting for you. That kind of vibe. Do you get what I mean? But with level 1, I've seen Wizkid at the O2. I've seen Davido at the O2. I've seen J. Cole at the O2. The most I ever paid for level 1 tickets. And if I wanted to, hard enough, I could have flung myself to the stage to be with J. Cole and rap with him, was like £100. But obviously, I understand that times have changed or whatever. But Davido was here last year.
Yeah.
And I was in level 1 again. I don't even think I paid £80. Chris Brown, I paid 120 for Chris Brown.
Okay.
But that's Chris Brown.
And were you in level 1A?
Yes. So I was my seat was perfect.
Okay. So
I was block 101, and that's like really, really good seats.
all right. How about Beyonce? How much would she
Charge for that. This will be Beyonce ticket.
To be fair, what were Beyonce's prices?
Beyonce's one as well is stupid expensive.
Yeah.
Well, very expensive.
But because you value Beyonce more so than, say, Ashake, you would pay those prices.
It's not that I value her, because I value Ashake a lot.
Yeah.
But it's that Beyonce's put in work.
Yeah.
And so her price has gone up because she's delivered. Ashake also has still got the one EP, you know. It's still the one album. No, he's got another EP, but this is the one album that we're all going to go and
I
see.
think that's what it is. I think a lot of people, their frustration lies in, you know, how much they value that artist.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel like Ashake can charge that because I don't feel Ashake is at that level. Whereas Ashake feels like he's at that level, and for even different reasons, business-wise, he wants to charge this amount of money. And I think that's where it comes on, is how much do you value this artist?
Because you know what it is? I think, but that's the thing, because I think when it comes to value, I don't want to place value, like I don't want it to seem as though I don't feel like you're good enough to be charging this.
Yeah.
I just don't think that you've worked enough and made your mark in the industry enough to be charging people this. And I think, and the thing with Ashake as well is that because his first ever show was stupid expensive as well, and then he kept doing, another day. And obviously we then knew what happened because of the tragedy. But there's obviously that conversation as well about this being insensitive because it's been 6 months and you're back already and you're doing the O2. You didn't even let the dust settle that much. But I think with this, it's just, it's not so much value for me as you haven't put in that much work for this to be to warrant this. I can't.
But the thing is, you can say that,
justify
but
it, man. Remember,
the shows he done at the Brixton.
Yeah.
That was pandemonium in terms of like people trying to get tickets, it's selling out fast, complaints about doing like so.
Absolutely.
Essentially, he's delivering what people wanted in the first place, which was one venue, one big venue, as opposed to having 5 different shows. And the demand was crazy. Obviously, what happened was tragic, but that was a consequence of the demand.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the demand is there.
Yeah, I want, because the tickets are selling, tickets are flying.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like with Ashake, it's like, obviously I get the business side of things, but it feels greedy to me, because also I've watched, I think being like in the Afrobeats industry, I know what it's like for artists to work their way up to certain things. And obviously I know that with him, when he came out, he just went straight. I saw Davido. First time I ever saw Davido was when he first ever dropped his single, sorry. And back when, and when he performed his first performance in the UK ever was as an opening act for the Banj and the Mohits guys. And I remember I only knew his song because I'd been to Nigeria that summer, and he was singing, and there was no one like, it was like maybe five of us standing singing along to songs. And I've seen people progressively work for that. And my thing is as well is that Wizkid, the only person that charges this kind of price is Burna Boy. That's the only person. And I feel like Wizkid doesn't charge this much. And again, I'm sitting level 1. Davido doesn't charge this much. I'm sitting level 1. I think with Ashake as well, it's just a bit weird because the tickets are like this everywhere. Even when he was going to perform in Nigeria, the Nigerians were like, are you mad? Look what you're charging people. But it comes across as if his team, he's like a cash pig for them. And there's this running narrative. I guess people joke about it, but it's like he's being pimped because it's like with his shows, it's always about money. Because even in Nigeria, where you know things are mad, the starting prices for tickets were mad. And people were like, are you being like, read the room kind of thing. Like, I'm not saying don't charge whatever you feel like you're worth, but he would make a profit if the tickets were £50 or level one, if the tickets were like £70 or whatever, he would still be able to make a profit. Because you're doing O2, 20,000 people. Brixton was 5,000 people. You sold 3 dates out. You sold out 3 dates. That's 15,000. You're doing O2 now. You would definitely be able to make profits. But it just feels as though it's just weird. But to be honest, the whole concert culture right now, I don't like this whole thing about artists. Like, it's actually because it lives. And I feel like artists are and the team or whatever are they're so separated from the reality of what people are living. And it's crazy because tickets sell out anyway. But it just all seems a bit weird because today they'll announce, I'm going on tour in flipping February next year. Tickets are out tomorrow morning. I don't know, man. I feel like the nature of all of this right now just makes it feel very money hungry. And that's distasteful, a bit distasteful to me.
I definitely get where you're coming from. I 100% do. But I feel like at the same time, like in a free market, right, the prices would dictate if people are happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if he can charge this and people pay and turn up, then is he wrong for charging it? You know what I'm saying? Like if people, like if only 50% of the tickets sold, then he knows for next time, I can't do this. But if people are paying.
Yeah, but people paying and you selling out does not make anything you've done less. That doesn't mean it's not wrong.
Sure?
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's so many examples I can't think right now. But just because someone's done something, just because someone's exploited something, and then the products are flying off the shelves, does not mean that's exploitation. We talk about all the supermarkets that are putting their prices up, all the petrol stations that keep putting their prices up, and they're making stupid profits. Yet they're selling and they're making profits. Does that mean what they're doing is not right? No,
but remember, with a lot of those things, they're kind of essentials. Like as society, we rely on toilet paper, rely on certain things, right? Yeah. But no one relies on Ashake. You know what I'm saying? So
but that's why I don't like them, because I think for me as well is that whole pretense thing. Because when COVID happened, all these artists were so happy to be doing, I'm happy. Like the reason why I do music is so I can just put some kind of positivity in people's lives and do. Everyone does this whole fake activism stuff, and then the moment you get to exploit people, I don't believe just because people love you and people are going to show up and whatever means that you can. It justifies you charging them an arm and a leg. These prices are very stupid. I don't know what. And people, I'm hearing people say obviously because of everything that happened with Brixton, security. Okay.
It'll be up, yeah. But still, it won't be that type of margin in it.
What's it got to do with me? Yeah. My thing is just the fact that I'm seeing people who have been in the industry for years longer than you. And again, I accept that and I'm happy for his career progression. But I've seen people who have put in time and years and years and years not even charge what you're charging. Personally, just my opinion, it doesn't have to be right. No one has to agree with it before you start going a wrong and strong monologue. But me personally, I don't agree with it. I don't like it, and it's just distasteful to me.
I get you. I think for me, not to go around in circles, but I think for me, it's like if I feel like okay, I don't like it, like you, I'll just be like I ain't buying it.
Yeah, I didn't buy
you know
it.
What I'm saying?
I didn't buy it.
You know what I mean? And I think that kind of should just dictate what happens.
Yeah.
If people really don't like it, don't buy the ticket. You know what I'm saying?
And that's it.
And then he will get the message.
Yeah. How much does this come down to? Just how much money people have to spend? How much? You know what I mean? Like how much disposable income you have. So if you could afford it, would you complain? Or would you complain regardless, even if you couldn't afford
Yeah,
it?
I can afford it. But the thing is, that's the thing. I can afford
No,
it.
no, I'm not saying you can't afford it, but what I'm saying is, if money was no object, right, would it be a complaint then? So are the prices that bad, or are the prices reflective of your personal finances?
I think it's what it is. I think it's prices because
So,
when you think about
they're bad across the board. What
Yeah,
I'm saying. So
because
even if you were rich, these are bad prices.
yes, because I think that happens in every area of life.
Yeah.
When petrol price was going up, the rich people were complaining. They can afford petrol.
Yeah.
They've got hella cars.
Yeah.
But they can afford that. I don't think it's necessarily. I do think for some people it is that.
Yeah.
Of I can't afford it, so this is expensive, blah blah. But there are people who can afford. Like I can afford it, but I can't justify it.
Right, yeah.
And because I can't justify that spending,
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I think sometimes I justify something I deem expensive based on how much money I have to give to this thing, and also the importance I put on that artist, or how much I want to go. So I might be, you know what, these tickets are expensive, but I got the money and I really want to see him. Fuck it, kind of thing, innit? Then there's other times I'm like, you know what, I ain't got it right now, so no.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to see him enough.
Yeah, so it depends.
I mean, I will if someone offers me a free ticket.
It depends.
That happen.
So, as an artist, Emmanuel, place yourself in this position, right?
Yeah.
You're going through this cost of living crisis, and you have dependents, and your dependents might be growing every single day, right? Obviously, the venue or the event promoters will be adjusting their prices so that they still make their margin, right? Don't you have to adjust the same way?
100%.
Is that how you seeing this?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm seeing it as that, but I'm also seeing it as everything you do. I always quote this quote from Adam Smith. Yeah, like it's not out Adam Smith, right?
Guy in the chat?
No, the
What?
classic
Adam
economist.
Smith with the chat, is it?
No, the classic economist, right?
Okay.
He basically said what? It's not out of the benevolence of a butcher or baker that you get your bread or your meat. It's out of self-interest. If there was no profit from that particular industry, no one's gonna make meat. You know what I'm saying? Make bread for us to get it. In the same type of way, if there's no profit for this particular artist, right, he's not gonna perform. He's not gonna make music no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a family to feed. So, to come back round, if they're adjusting their prices, he has to adjust his to obviously make it worth his while.
Yeah.
So I can understand like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, profit is still what it is, profit. So he may decide, you know what, let me reduce it because these people are loyal to me and I would give them, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe I'm not struggling like maybe some of them are.
But isn't he doing that with giving them the seats by the ceiling?
The cloakroom seat, that's what I call them. Get to see his shadow.
Because they can still come and see him. But people are just wanting that closer access for the price they want to pay for it.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Can I say as well that I'm not, by the way, blaming, because what is the life of whoever you are? I'm not blaming, Ashake. Like, I don't like when people, because obviously, even when the whole Brixton thing happened, people were like always atting him and stuff like that. I never blame the artist.
Yeah.
They don't have that much say. I've made reference to his team and stuff like that. I know some of you have selective hearing. Your ears only work at certain points. But yeah, I'm not blaming him at all. I think it's his team. And that's why I talked about also about this whole narrative about it's like they're kind of using him.
Yeah.
Because there was a whole conversation about whether he was ready to be doing what he was doing anyway, that big, like a big stage like that. Obviously, I think he did deliver because people who went to the Brixton day 1 and 2 said he was good. But all the best parties involved, I don't care.
Yeah. One last question, actually. Just if we done a live show,
Yeah.
and you were coming up with the prices, what variables would you use to justify charging whatever you would charge? What things would you take into account?
Why are you smiling?
Also,
Don't worry.
I need to leave at 4:15, so just
I know what that look is. Don't worry.
yeah.
Obviously, demands.
Yeah.
I've got everything that I would expect before a concert.
Yeah. As in, so you'll take into account how much money you want to make, how much you value yourself, how much you value your time and your work. The team as well, that you've got a team of people that need to get paid too. You've got venue, you've got staff, you've got everyone that you hire for this event, right? There's a lot of things. So
I don't think I would take in so much how much I value myself.
Okay.
That is, I'm not obviously going to make tickets at £2 or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I think the issue is when people start to put how much they value themselves in, that is where prices get out of hand.
Okay.
Because you will always see yourself as worth way beyond what you should be worth. I'll be looking at the market. Go on.
So you would in terms of like cutting off the cheese at the top, right? You would cap the excess at how much money you're gonna make. So you would take care of venue, staff,
Everybody,
whatever. But when it comes to okay, cool, I can make a bit more here if I increase the prices, but I'm gonna take the minimum just to appease the fans or to appease.
Yeah,
the,
I'm actually
the
I'm that way inclined. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't, because then if I think profit, prices are gonna be through the roof. And even the people will come, yes, but the way I'm set up, I'd feel bad about that.
But would you just every time or on,
no, because
on one
again,
occasion?
more shows I do, my value's going up, more shows I do is gonna be more and more and more.
So your first show you might practice this. Second show, with every show you'll increase the amount of money that you charge to justify in your mind
the time and everything I'm putting
your value
into.
in your time.
Yeah, my value. Yeah, the work I'm putting into it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Anyone else want to add in? No.
I'll ask some questions, but it's...
No, ask the questions.
No,
I'm
go on.
dying for it. No, ask for it.
Ask one. Go on. Ask one.
So if it is... No, I'm not getting brought into this. No. No.
What do you mean?
No, ask.
No,
No,
sir.
because when you say stuff like that, it makes it sound like I'm a hypocrite, and I don't appreciate that.
No.
Don't clutch your pearls. You ain't got no. Put your hand down.
She said,
Off your
don't
chest.
clutch your pearls, you know.
Don't act shocked when you do this.
No.
Okay.
Ask afterwards. It's fine.
That's fine. Anyway, I do let people know that this is how I think. I don't expect everyone to think like me, and people don't. So. Okay.
All right.
So lovely today.
All right. Let's get into some more headlines, please.
Where's that thing of yours? I'm for his head.
Things you can throw at you here as well, you know. So, just saying.
Violent?
Once upon a time, all I knew was violence. So,
Oh my goodness.
Allegedly.
allegedly,
Oh my goodness. That's what I
allegedly,
So I'm saying.
I believe that.
Because he's an actor.
allegedly.
Oh, you're allegedly an actor.
No, I'm just saying, you know, the violence thing and all that. I'm a peaceful man.
Exactly.
Namaste.
All of that. What's that other one from Bad Boys? With Usa, that's it. Yeah.
All right, so guys. All right, so our next headline takes us to Africa, man, where a High Court in Malawi has directed the Ministry of Education to allow students with dreadlocks to be enrolled in public schools in the country. So the court on Monday further ordered the ministry to issue a circular by June the 30th announcing the removal of restrictions barring Rastafarian learners from attending public schools. The court ruled on a petition filed on behalf of 2 Rastafarians who were denied admission to public schools in 2010 and 2016 for growing dreadlocks. The learners, through human rights organizations, obtained an injunction and thereafter filed a suit seeking to have Rastafari children allowed access to schools without prejudice. Justice Intaba, in her ruling, on Monday, said the Ministry of Education should issue a statement to allow all children of the Rastafarian community with dreadlocks to be allowed in class. The circular should be done by June the 30th. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It's crazy that I guess that's still happening, but obviously somebody has to campaign for something, right? But yeah, it's good that they've got that sorted. Next headline, and there's a trigger warning here, big trigger warning. Ooh. And a man has been caught storing his dead father's body in his freezer. So police in the town of Ndrangheta in Netherlands reportedly discovered the corpse after concerns were raised by a family doctor who was worried about the 101-year-old, which is his dad, the health of his dad. Dutch media reported that the man's son is 82, and he told officers that he did not want to let him go or he would miss him. Yeah, so it wasn't one of those where he killed him or tried to do... In fact, let me finish the thing. So the newspaper... The newspaper said the son claimed he decided to put his parents' corpse in the freezer when he died of natural causes, 18 months ago. so that he could continue to talk to him. So these are his words. He wanted to continue to talk to him. Police are reportedly now investigating whether any fraud had been committed. Council officials who visited the house are said to have described it as a mess and gave the son a week to clear it up. And the last headline.
What? So they've come to tell him to clean his house up?
Yeah.
What's to do with them though?
Precisely.
This is dad's body. If he wants to keep the body in the freezer and look at it and talk to him sometimes, he can.
I'm not concerned about the mess that they It's at your house. They gave him a week.
What mess?
Yeah, basically, in addition to the dad in the
His house is
freezer,
messy.
Yeah.
the house is a mess.
So was he ordered to clean up his mess or ordered to take out his dad?
Nah, the mess. And they gave him a week.
I think the body they've taken in it, but the house is saying, "Come, this is a mess."
That's embarrassing. Though. That's so embarrassing.
That's
You can't have the
wild.
police telling you to clean up your house.
That's wild.
That's shameful.
Have you seen them programs before though?
Yes.
Yeah, the hoarded ones.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
I don't get that, you know. Like,
Crazy,
I know I have a few
Do
things.
you know what's mad though? Do you know what's mad? They know where everything is.
Yeah.
You gotta ask them, where is your
Yeah,
pay
hold
slip?
on. Give me a second.
For
Give me a
992.
second. It's over here.
Right
It's over
here.
here.
There you go.
Crazy,
It's
innit?
mad.
That's wild. I don't get that. I'll be honest with you. Just,
I hate clutter.
you
I
have
love
so
that.
much
Oh.
stuff in your house. You're literally like
You got one pathway.
Yeah, one pathway to everywhere, as opposed to having a whole doorway. Your doorway is cut in
scary, man.
half.
That's mental illness, though. By the way,
You reckon?
it is.
How do you? How
It's a mental thing. It's a mental illness.
being a hoarder?
Yeah, like an excessive order.
But you believe
Is
that?
it,
I think
are
it's
you saying
illegal.
this is official,
I believe it is.
or you
Is
believe
this
it
something
is?
you believe?
Probably linked
No,
to
it's
something.
not. I don't think this is not coming from me. I think I've read it somewhere.
Oh,
It's an actual thing.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Yeah, lots
Sounds-
of
sounds familiar.
African aunties hoarders, no?
They are.
Not like that though.
are you saying my
Not
mum's
like
got
that.
mental illness?
I know. We had no reason what.
Huh?
I plead the fifth. I'm joking. No, but it is that though. But obviously they're not excessive. That's why I said
Yeah.
excessive is, and excessive will probably be like some form of illness or something. But if it's like the
Okay,
the,
so
you know,
hoarding
household.
disorder is a mental illness. It is characterized by the persistent difficulty discarding possessions, regardless of the actual. Sorry, I have the camera on you, Esther.
That's me.
No,
yeah?
I know you do, and that's why I'm making the
NHD,
faces I'm
this is
doing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I guess I articulated this well.
People with hoarding disorder often feel a strong emotional attachment to their possessions, and they may believe that they need to keep them in order to feel safe or secure.
Yeah.
Hoarding disorder can have a significant impact on a person's life, interfering with their ability to work, socialize, and maintain a safe and sanitary home. Maybe that's why it is that they told him to fix up, because he was a hoarder. Well, the
That's
fact that he's
sad, though.
keeping the father's thing in the fridge might be a
So they're
giveaway.
really saying it's part of mental illness.
I think on an extreme level,
Yeah,
yeah.
extreme. It's
If it's-
Because those ones where they have one path, like literally just
one path through the whole
That's-
house.
That's definitely illness. But again, when you think
crazy.
about definition about them, like that's their safety and stuff like that. Imagine you go into someone's house and they come back and you cleared everything. They have a break. They can have a mental breakdown.
Maybe it's just a misdiagnosis, because obviously back in the day, just the other day, certain things were also mental illnesses, right, Emmanuel? But now it's not.
Like what?
Like what? Yeah.
I mean, it's a dangerous territory to go down.
What's not said doesn't need to be said.
Yeah.
What's the next headline?
You know what I did there, Rich?
Yes.
It's cool. Let's move on. I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I was just trying to educate myself there, but no problem.
You don't
Let's
want.
move.
You don't want to be educated by Brent.
Okay, for real.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Not on this matter.
Respectfully.
All right, so the next headline, the last headline, takes us to Italy, man. Where, again, further update on the whole powerful mafia family, the Ndrangheta. And basically, Italian police have arrested a further 61 suspected members of the Ndrangheta in a series of raids across 7 regions. They are suspected of crimes including fraud, drug trafficking, infiltrating governments, and extorting local farmers. More than 500 police officers were involved in the operation, which targeted 167 people in total, including dozens currently in prison. The sting was part of a wider ongoing operation to crack down on the group. Last week, more than 100 people were arrested across Europe in what police said was the biggest operation to have ever been carried out against the Ndrangheta. 10 countries were involved, with assets worth 25 million euros being seized. The investigation also revealed important new information about how some of the highest levels of the group operate, including during the COVID pandemic. And that's it for the headlines.
All right. Is there anything to react to today?
It's a little.
Make it quick because I gotta go anyway.
All right, let's get into reaction then.
All right, a quick reaction today. We had the second Champions League game take place yesterday between AC Milan and Inter Milan. I didn't get a chance to watch the game, but I saw the score. You watched the game?
Yeah, it was a good game.
All right, so give me your breakdown, please.
So I tuned in late as I was coming from the gym, and I think I got in maybe 12 minutes in. 12 minutes in, it was 2-0 already.
Okay. Oh, within 12 minutes?
Yeah, within 12 minutes. I think Jacko got one. I can't remember who got the other one.
Mkhitaryan.
Yeah, but Jacko played well all game, and then they were talking about him today, this morning on Talk Sport and all that, saying that 37 and all that, has he still going? Chelsea's in goal get him. Obviously, it's not going to probably happen. Chelsea need a younger striker. Yeah. Anyhow, the game was like back and forth all game, and you can hear the fans were going wild.
Yeah, Milan derby, innit?
Yeah, tackles were flying in. I'm surprised there weren't more yellows.
Okay,
I think there was only maybe 2 or 3 max yellows. There should have been like 6, 7 easily. But what I realised is from the game before, the Man City game, that should have had a bag of yellows. Okay. And you know, like recently, the refs have basically been told, like let more stuff go. Yeah. Be more lenient, really and truly. But it was a good game. I don't see how Milan are going to get back into it. I'll be honest with you. Even though like they kept on going until like the last minute. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to get back into it because 2-0. Obviously, there's no away goals, but you know, it's going to be tough for them.
Yeah, it'll be tough.
That might be them in the finals.
Yeah, Milan. Well,
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to see AC in the final because just because Zlatan.
To be fair, he's not in the squad.
No, but he's injured, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. He's not in the squad.
Yeah, but as in that, at some point in time, the final won't be for another month. Anyway,
no, he's not. He hasn't been named in the squad.
No way. The Champions League squad.
Yeah, he's not in the squad.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's not in the squad at all. So even if he was available, as in fitness-wise, he wouldn't play anyway.
No, I don't care if it didn't win then. But I don't want Man City to win anyway.
Obviously you wouldn't. Man United supporter.
No, they got a chance of doing the trouble. I don't want that.
Yeah, well, you got to stop them from doing the trouble.
Well,
I mean, like you.
Yeah, but based off what I saw the other day, you might as well hand them the trophy now.
Defeatist mentality.
It's not about defeatist mentality. I'm basing this off what I've seen.
I know.
You know what I'm saying that.
I know.
West Ham struggling, relegation, safe now, but relegation.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Hopefully we can.
You're saying based off what you've seen of United?
Yeah.
I thought what you've seen of City.
No. Yeah, no. Obviously, City are the machine right now. I'd be surprised if, like, you man. I'm not saying you man might as well hand them the trophy now, but
it's theirs already. It's theirs.
Yeah, you remember them 3 draws killed you,
dead.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't see who's gonna stop them now, other than probably Real Madrid. Yeah, don't see anyone stopping them. So yeah, I mean, if we win the FA Cup, I'll be happy, but. It's gonna be a tough ask. No, everyone can't be carrying players on that day, so
it will be.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to hand over to E-Man because I got to bounce.
Cool.
All right, people.
Thank you.
See you later.
Drive safe.
See you later, man.
Okay.
Next headline: David Moyes.
David Moyes.
Yeah, man. Basically, he believes that if they reach the Europa Conference League final, that would be his biggest achievement in his career.
Probably would though.
Europa.
Europa.
I thought you were getting involved for football there. I was about to say, yes, Esther, about time.
Listen, I do get involved.
What, since when?
Sometimes.
I ain't seen it.
You ain't been here.
Maybe. Probably it is because look, when he was at Everton, he didn't win anything. And although Everton was a steady ship at the time, that's all it was, a steady ship. Do you know what I mean? A couple good players and all that, but they never won anything. They was there for like 8-9 years.
But what if you compare it to Man United? Because basically he said, I was fortunate to get to a Champions League quarter-final with Man U. This Champions League though. How would you compare Champions League quarter-finals with Europa?
No, but if he wins it, that's different. Yeah. But if you just get there, remember, it's like it's a cup that no one really cares about. You're happy to win it, do you know what I mean? But it's not Europa. That's what I'm saying. It's the Euro Conference. If it was Europa, then right, fair enough. So it's a cup no one cares about. That's what I'm saying. West Ham fans would care about it because they ain't had a trophy since before we were alive. But I mean, in terms of, you know, it's a weird situation because remember West Ham were going through relegation, but they have a chance of going to a final. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they're going to go down now, but for him, it's like, okay, cool. Domestically, we're doing terrible. In Europe, we're flying. So, how do you balance that? Just what I'm saying.
Yeah, true. Well, he was basically comparing it. He was basically saying, like I was saying, fortunate to get the Champions League quarter-final with Man U. Lost on penalty kicks in the quarter-final of the Europa League with Everton. Last season, they were in the semi-final with West Ham. And this year, in the semi-final again. So he's trying to take it.
He wants to go one step better, though. You know, if he gets to the final, then say what you want, but still, there was a chance they could have got rid of him. You know. And I can't imagine going down, your club going down, and then they're in a whatever European final. That's just
crazy.
Real mixed emotions, you know.
Valerien Ismael. So this guy, he's been confirmed as the new head coach at Watford. 47-year-old. He's replacing Chris Wilder, who had a short-term contract which came to an end following Watford's final championship game of the season. But basically, on appointment, the technical director, he's basically said, being able to appoint a new coach so soon in May means we can prepare very well together for the next season. To be able to welcome someone of Valerian's experience to Watford is very good news for our club. We're all looking forward to working with him. The funny thing is, though, I think he's like, under these guys who own Watford, he's like their 19th.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, crazy.
It's ridiculous. But there's that module works if you're like old school Chelsea, not now, old school Chelsea, where if it weren't working, a fire manager, get another manager in, cool. But if it with Watford, it's like I haven't seen him in the Prem for however long. How can you have a manager for, I don't know, 2 months or days and 19 managers in what? In
10 years.
That's ridiculous, man. Their man over there don't believe in longevity. Obviously, I get it's a results-based game, so they're looking for performances. But if you never give a manager a chance to even, get a house in the area, how's he really going to set up shop at your club?
Yeah, for real.
You know, and I got a friend that's got a season ticket over there. So, she'll go see the games, but I don't know how them fans do it. Every year there's a chance you might go through 3 managers.
That's crazy.
That don't even make no sense.
That's crazy.
I remember the year's not, the seasons are not a year long. They're like 9 months. So what we say, a manager every 3 months. Come on, man. Make it make sense. Think about it. Remember, as a manager, you get fired, you get like a severance pay.
Yeah.
How much money these man paying out?
Yeah.
Shout out to Watford, man. Shout out to you, man. Wasko's cool over there as well. I don't know if he's still there, the striker. What's his name? Mitch Race guy.
I don't know.
Mitch Race, Stevens. Cool guy, man. But yeah, shout out to Watford. I hope it works out.
Yeah, 100%, man. This is a black guy as well.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, how much time is he going to really get? I'm surprised. Personally, if I were him, as much as I would want to do the job, because he used to play there, if I'm right, I would want to do the job, but I don't know if I would want to do it there because it's too trigger happy.
Yeah.
But I hope it goes well, man. I really do, man.
Hopefully. And the last thing is basically Okolie is going to be fighting May 27th, man.
Who's he fighting?
He's going to be fighting someone by the name of Billam-Smith. So Chris Billam-Smith.
The white brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smith is a good fighter still. That should be a good fight, man.
Yeah. So Billam-Smith, he used to be one of Okolie's like key sparring partners, apparently. So he's obviously come out and basically said, look, I know Okolie, innit? So I believe I'm going to get in the ring and just take away all of these advantages.
It always gets like that.
Yeah,
it's always the sparring partner that you used to spar 10 years ago or whatever. Like, I want to, I look forward to seeing that fight, man.
Yeah. But Okolie basically said what I was thinking as well, which is that obviously it's not like you were just sparring me, innit? Like, I was sparring you too, so I know what your weaknesses are as well. So, you know what I'm saying? But I feel Okolie's got this, man.
It should be interesting. It should be a good fight, man. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah.
This is the girl?
Yeah.
This is the same one that was joking up her friend.
Yes, that's the one.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
On this show? Not previously, but today.
Yeah.
Did we make a parallel?
Parallel to.
As in, this is the same girl.
Yeah. It's a spot right, yeah.
I was
The one who poured the hot water.
Yeah.
That animal.
And we said it's the same one I was joking up her friend before.
I'm not too sure if we said
No,
that though.
she
So I
did.
just asked.
No, but I'm not too sure if we
Which
said
friend?
that particular thing.
That's why I'm asking.
As in the same girl that she poured hot water on. She stabbed her.
Is that the
Yeah.
same girl?
Yes, I said that. And I said, trigger warning. She stabbed her in the leg and then poured hot water
Do you
on
remember
her.
seeing the video?
Yeah, I remember
yeah,
seeing
yeah,
that.
screaming,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I'm
When
just
I
seeing
said all
this,
of
I'm
this.
thinking, this is the same girl. How come she didn't get locked
Longer.
up for that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what? Because this is the
Stabbing.
case.
It's the same case.
thing.
Oh, right.
Went over his head.
But
See
you weren't listening, man.
the
But I
definite
didn't see the
Uh,
development.
pouring of the hot water stuff.
It was in the same video.
Well, it says
wasn't it?
development, you know. Hey, development. All right.
I didn't see the pouring of the water stuff. This girl is a menace.
Yeah, real menace. But
And
she'll get.
she was the one that was like moving like a man.
Yeah. All that recording stuff as well. Why would you do that to yourself? Do you? That's how I know
have to
people.
share everything.
No, but people in this, like a majority of people doing X, Y, Z in this day and age have no brains, and you just see by that, like, what you're basically. I'm not condoning anything, by the way. Not just so you know, we're not condoning anything, but I'm just saying.
But that's how people get caught for the crimes. Because again,
snitch on yourself, like,
Yeah.
just might as
That's
well
why you were
just plead
saying
guilty.
wig also you should get 5 years. Because look at this picture.
Is the wig that bad? He's not.
I don't know what you're doing. You know how I am though.
No, I'm. Huh?
Because you're repeating everything I've said
I've just
to
seen it.
myself.
I've
That means
just seen it.
you weren't listening when I was talking then.
Someone just sent me a picture. I'm like, this is the same girl that was moving like a man before.
Okay. I'm glad you're here with us now. We're at the end of the show now, but I'm glad you finally caught up.
I think.
Any other thing that we want to bring up that we might have talked about already?
I think when you're doing what you're doing, I think I was doing something important. Not more important. Not just important.
Close the show, man. I'm done.
Yeah, I know it weren't Dini. It weren't Dini, but Dini's cool anyway.
Troy Deeney?
Yeah, it weren't Troy Dini. Yeah, he's cool. I've seen him a couple
That's why
times.
you said what?
Yeah, but it was the other light skinned man. But yeah, but that she's lucky, man. I said it earlier on. She's lucky. 3 years. It must be her first offence or something. But the way she's moving, you'd think it wouldn't be her first offence. But yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man, for reaction.
Right, let's get into the outro.